All right. Welcome back, students, to one more session of your WOC. That's nothing but okay. What is it? We are going to do the final revision for your term one examination. As you have seen, I'm going to give you one shot notes for all the 6 chapters of your term one. I'm going to explain 1000 plus MCQs with solution. Oh, that's huge, isn't it? I'm going to cover chapters of solid state, notes, and MCQs. I'm going to cover concepts of solutions with numericals, notes, and MCQs. I'm going to cover P block with notes and MCQs, haloalkanes and haloarenes, notes and MCQs. Wow. Alcohols, phenols, and ethers, notes and MCQs, as well as biomolecules, notes and MCQs. So I'm going to tell you, short, you will get full marks in your board examination. All right. Now let's dive into the topic. Let us understand the concept and MCQs. For each chapter, more than 200 plus MCQs are there with the solutions. Yes, watch the complete video, share it to all your friends. Why? Because every question is a masterpiece. Yes, students, I request all of you to share the video to all your friends so that everybody is going to get that 35 out of 35. All right, all the best. Let's start. We will go chapter wise. First is your solid state chapter. Let us see what are the important concepts you have in the solid state chapter along with your MCQs. I'm going to cover, promise, every line of NCRT. Let's start off. So in the first chapter, that is your solid state, when you're learning, you need to learn the differences between crystalline solids and amorphous solids. So there are different points here. Now, students, you need to learn about shape, melting point, cleavage property, heat of fusion, anisotropy, nature, and order of arrangement. So the complete summary of the crystalline and amorphous solids are given here. So I have done a detailed video about solid state, picking up every line there in that video. That's nothing but solid state in one shot. I'm going to paste the link in the description. So the differences where you have to see the shape, how are crystalline solids perfect in shape, amorphous irregular in shape, like that. What is a melting point trend? What is a cleavage property? Can you cut it or not? So learn the table as it is. Any doubt, please ask me in the comment section. Yes. So once again, everything is mentioned here. All the 7 points are very important along with your examples. Okay, students, slowly after crystalline and amorphous solids, perfect, we are going to go into the next further classification of your crystalline solids. How are they classified? They're classified into molecular again classified into polar, non-polar, and hydrogen bonded. You have ionic solids, you have covalent and network or covalent to network solids. Yes, there are certain type of metallic solids also. This is a table from your NCRT textbook. So what is important here? Examples are important, properties are important, what is the physical nature is important. So what are the constituent particles? So learn the types, learn the constituent particles. For example, non-polar molecules means, or non-polar solids means it is made up of non-polar molecules only, correct? So in non-polar, there is no force of attraction. So it is nothing but London or dispersion forces. Like that, this whole table, you need to learn it. I'll show you how to apply this table in the MCQ. I'll explain you almost 200 plus MCQ, students. All right. After that, we have one more thing to study, 7 crystal systems. So basically, unit cells are classified into simple and centered, correct? So centered are again of 3 types, face centered, body centered, and end centered. So remember the words because it is not subjective exam. You can remember the words and write in the exam. Then your simple primitive unit cells have lattice points at the corners. That means the simple or primitive unit cells are further classified into your 7 crystal systems. That's nothing but the Bravais lattices. So 7 Bravais lattices are further with different combinations. They are made into 14 Bravais systems. Got it, students? Yes. So this particular Bravais systems 14, what is important to the exam? What is the type? So basically cubic is again of 3 types, tetragonal is of 2 types, orthorhombic is of 1, 2, 3, 4 types, monoclinic is of 2 types, triclinic is of 1 type, hexagonal 1, rhombohedral 1. So what they're going to ask you in the exam is edge length, right? Then we are going to do questions on this edge length, and then we are going to do questions on this bond angle. We are going to take up all these examples and solve it in the questions. Right, students? That's fine. Now let us gradually go into the next one after previous lattices. Okay, what are the different type of contribution? See, how much is a contribution of number of atoms in simple cube, body centered cube, and face centered? So this is what is a complete summary. So before the exam, you need to do the summaries only. Yeah. So in simple cube, number of atoms, corners are 8, each contributing 1/8 part, so 1 atom. There are no atoms in the faces, no atoms in the center, so total number of atoms are 1. In BCC, number of atoms are 2. In FCC, number of atoms are 4. Correct? All right. Gradually, when I go, next important thing, what is the amount of space occupied? How much is filled? Packing efficiency, rather. In simple cubic, so this is the packing efficiency, and this is the left out space. So they're going to ask you questions based on these also. Let us see how they're going to ask us. Slowly, after going to that packing efficiency, there's one more concept called radius ratio. You need to learn the radius ratio values. Yes, they're going to ask you, means they will ask you NaCl comes under which type of crystal lattice. Yes, so NaCl, it is nothing but octahedral. The arrangement is octahedral. The coordination number is 6 and radius ratio is this. All right. After that, they're going to ask you, this is important table, students, structure of ionic. They're going to ask you zinc blend has which type of arrangement? Yes. And what is the coordination number? Sodium chloride has which type of arrangement and has what is the coordination number, like that. So you need to learn this table, very important. So quickly memorize it. It's easy. And after that, we have one more thing called a relationship between edge length and diagonal. So for simple cubic, body centered and face centered, these are the three formulas which you should remember. Okay, I have done a detailed explanation of the video. I will paste the link in the description. Watch it. Yes, students? All right, all right. So after the distance of the simple body centered and face centered, next comes your density numericals. Okay, a little bit sorry for this. So density formula is given by this, right? So you have the density formula which you will directly use in the numericals. So Z stands for the number of atoms, M stands for your molar mass, A cube stands for the edge length, and N naught stands for your Avogadro number. Got it, students? All right. After the density numerical, next comes your crystal defects. Okay, we are going to do the different questions on the voids. We are going to do different questions on packing efficiency, and different MCQs would follow up now. So defects are the dislocation of atoms among atoms, ions, right? So there are two types of defects, point defects and line defects, correct? So line defects are again divided into 1, 2, 3 types, and impurity defect are further divided into 2 types. So examples are very important in the exam. They will ask you. So with this summary, let us start off with the MCQs which we are going to learn. Yes, see this, students. For every question, for example, which of the following conditions favors the existence of a substance as solid? Okay. So when something should exist as a solid, what is required? Low temperature, because it's going to hold the molecule together and make it rigid. So I have given the question, I have given the answer, I have given the reason also. Like that, if I go to the next question, a crystalline solid is what? So we have done questions about crystalline solids. I have given the option here, I have given the answer here. Slowly, I go to the next question. That's nothing but which of the following is not a property of solids? Okay, yes, easy. Solids are all not always crystalline because it can be amorphous and crystalline. Got it, students? So that is this question. Slowly, we are going to go into the next question. That's nothing but the sharp melting point of crystalline solids is due to. That means every line of NCRT is made into a question. So learn it. So easy. I have given the answer also here. That's clearly mentioned. Slowly, I will go into the next topic. That's nothing but dash is a crystalline solid. So I told you, right? So examples, they will ask you in this form of question. So note the option, note the question. Like that, sixth question, which of the following properties of a crystalline solid changes in direction? Okay, yes. So basically crystalline solids, they are going to show isotropy or anisotropy. That clarity if you have, you can answer this question, right? So change in direction. All the properties are not same in all directions. That is anisotropy, right? Slowly we come to the seventh question. See here, which of the following pairs do not show isomorphism? Means the same sort of arrangement. So that's this. I think examples are given here. Next, eighth question. Which of the following is correct for quartz glass? All right. Quartz glass. It's the tendency of the particular solid to flow, amorphous solids to flow. So they don't have fixed temperature or fixed particular thing. So heat of fusion is conversion of the temperature where the solid gets converted to a liquid. So that question also is framed. Then amorphous solids, questions are framed here, easy. After that, gradually, they have given you a question about what is the following, which of the following is true about value of refractive index of glass. Okay, yes. Quartz glass is an amorphous solid. Reason is given here. So for amorphous solids, all the properties, physical properties are same in all directions. Correct? So same in all directions is an option. Like that, I have given questions of amorphous here. Yes, then the examples. Then we have done questions of again amorphous means basically in amorphous and crystalline solids, almost 10 to 15 questions are there. So gradually, let us go into the next question. This is about the again the glass. Then comes your amorphous solid. This is fine. This is one more question about your amorphous solids. Means same concept asked in different ways. Yes. Then comes, yeah, about crystalline solids. Which of the following is not a characteristic of crystalline solid? So this is also the options because crystalline solids are isotropic in nature, isn't it? So here, which is anisotropic in nature, isn't it? Crystalline. So they said it is, which is a wrong statement. So isotropic. Yes, students. All right. So let me show you some more questions. This is the 16th question. Yeah. And then answer is given. 17th question. Okay. Like that, we have questions of different varieties. The whole video, this marathon video completely covers every line of NCRT. So question is given, answer is given, options also given. Okay. So go through everything. Vani ma'am is always with you all. So watch the complete video. I have given you the questions, I have given you the answers, every concept. Suppose if I see the classification of table, that crystalline solids, it's divided like this. Questions are given, options are given. Reason also is given below. So one more about the hydrogen bonded solids. Yes. One more question about, this is how it is, one small numerical. The solution also is given below, right? Learn it. Then comes your NaCl example. So different types of solids, crystalline solids. So example will be given like this, and they will ask you to check which is the option. So table is very important. Then this is the example of ionic solids, right? Then let us see one more question. They have given further, which is following is true about ionic solids. Options are given. Go through the question, students. Any doubt, ask me. 27th question goes like this. Yes, read the question carefully and understand it. Any doubt, ask me. 28th is here like this. Okay. Then comes your 29th question. They'll give you an example. You have to tell the examiner which type of solid is this. Gradually, after that, after the classification of solids, now we are going to come into one more concept that's nothing but the same thing. About the table, they're going to ask you different questions like this. As I said, every line of NCRT is a question. Gradually, they're talking about metallic solids. Okay. Reason also is given here. Option is given here. Then covalent solid examples. See how many are there for each topic. Correct, na students? How many are there for each topic? So covalent network solids. The question variety is asked like this. Dash are solids also called giant molecules. Obviously, covalent or network solids. because they have carbon atoms linked to one another, isn't it? That's fine. That's fine. After this, let us go into the next one. One more question on your network solid. Okay, see this option. All right. Then comes silicon. Okay, network solid. One more question. Silicon is found in nature in the form of. Okay, yes. So, how is the silicon placed? So, the silicon atoms are nothing but the carbon atoms. Yes, it's nothing but the networks. Okay, reason also is given below. Like that, classification of this one, everything is given line by line, line by line. Yes, students, you can take up everything easy, learn all the MCQs, you'll 100% get 35 out of 35 marks. Okay, check this question. 41st question. All right, keep learning everything. Everything will be easy. The thing is remembering that. Your 4 days time, please complete two chapters per day. Okay, 3.5 days rather. So you can easily complete two chapters per day. Okay. Graphite, one more question. See this. The same topic, how many questions they have given you? Same topic, how many questions they have given you? Easy, isn't it? So learn all the questions one after the other, anywhere, any doubt you can ask me. So assertion reasoning question also is here. Graphite and diamond are two allotropes of carbon, but possess different physical and electrical properties. Okay. So hybridization of carbon atom is responsible for nature of bonding and resulting material. Okay, right. Both the options are correct, no students? Because both the options are correct because here graphite also is made up of carbon atom. Diamond also is made up of carbon atom, correct? And in this particular graphite or carbon, hybridization varies, correct? This is all the in graphite there is one valence electron which is free. Means its valence electron keeps floating. Three are bonded, one is free. So because of that, it conducts electricity. In diamond, it is tetravalent. All are occupied. Correct? All right. So reason, assertion right, reason also right. Perfect. Next, like that. Sorry, like that. Questions on fullerenes are given. Next comes questions on your crystal lattice are given, right? So everywhere, wherever reason is required, packing, 2D packing, 3D packing, it's given here. All right. And after that, smallest repeating unit cell parameters are given here. All right. So next important thing, geometry of the lattice. Okay, right. So here, how are the lattice points joined? How? Right, students? So basically, your lattice points are either made up of atoms, molecules, or ions. So how are they joined? That is also given here. Next 50-second question. From here, your numericals will start. For state board students, if you have your Bragg's equation, you can use it. For CBSE students, you don't have Bragg's equation. All right. So you can check this question. You can check this question. All right. So I have done, given the solution also. Please note it. Next important thing, one more numerical about Bragg's equation for state board students. Yeah. Then comes one more for your state board students. Question option is given, solution also is given. Right. And there are how many types of unit cells we have seen the classification. So question on the question on the unit cell type they're going to ask you. Yeah. Then comes Bravais lattices question will be asked like this. So please check. Then comes crystals. How are they classified? How are they classified? Okay. So it's 14 crystal systems, 7 with different combinations are made into 14. Correct? So they're asking crystal systems can be classified the basic types of 7. Yes. So gradually we are going to go to the Bravais lattices questions like this. Okay. So the options would be given and right. So examples of TiO2 as crystal system, what is it? Right. Then which metal crystallizes in simple cubic structure? Okay, which metal? This is also asked. Perfect. And slowly they are going to give you examples. This is a very famous question. Matchbox has which type of structure? Got it. So this is how the question and the option is given to you. They're going to pick up an example and they're going to ask you which type of crystal lattice or the previous lattice it is in. So here it is mentioned, you can note it. And further previous lattices questions are given. They'll give you the edge length and they'll give you the angle, and you're supposed to predict which type of previous lattice this is. Okay. All right. And then comes end-centered. This is one question asked. How are the centered cells? What is the shape it follows in your previous lattices? That is also given here. Then the triclinic system questions are given here. Right. Then comes which of the following crystal system has unit cells such as A is not equal to B, not equal to C. So example is given. You need to remember this. Slowly from there, okay. So Bragg's equation question this is, but in Bragg's equation, but they have asked actually not Bragg's equation, previous lattices question is this. So they have given you the bond angle and the edge length. You have to predict what is this, which type of previous lattices is this. Then this is about the previous lattices. One more question, students. So please go through it, right? And then comes your previous lattices. One more type of question is here. In which of the following is a more symmetrical system? Okay, yes, symmetrical means cubic. All are equal. All are equal. Like that, unsymmetrical systems also they are asking you because all are unequal. That's nothing but triclinic structure. After the previous lattices, gradually we will go into a concept, right? That's nothing but unit cells. Okay, so unit cells, how many unit cells are there? Number of atoms or what? Yes, they're going to ask that. So if the atom is present in the center of the cube, what is the part shared by it? Okay, then like that, total number of atoms in the body centered from the table. After that, density numericals are here. You can go through density numericals. You see, so directly body centered, what is the coordination number? Everything they're going to ask you, students. So let us see this question. Okay, the intermetallic compound is lithium. You have lithium atom and silver atom. They're going to crystallize in a cubic lattice. So they have coordination number 8, they're saying. So which is a cell? Okay, example they'll give you. You have to tell them which is the type of cell in this. Okay, students. All right. Then one more question on the face-centered lattice effect. One more question gradually goes into this. Number of atoms, molecules occupied or contained in the face-centered cubic lattice. 4, isn't it? So next comes your nearest neighbors, that is in the FCC lattice. How many are there? Because you have atoms occupied in the corners, you have atoms present in the faces also. So the contribution is all right. And next question. This is a question based on your FCC. This is a question based on your number of atoms in the FCC, BCC. What is the difference? Comparative study also is there. Next, after that, 82nd question. They're going to give you example, and you're going to just see what is the number of unit cells or number of atoms present in this. Next, this is one more question. Question is given, option is given, and the example and how to solve the method also is given. Right, and let us come to the 84th question. 84th is easy, right? Then gradually we'll come to the packing. Packing questions are like asked like this. The linear packing arrangement of the constituent particles in a crystal solid can be one way. Yes, it is one dimensional, students. Yes. So then comes your coordination number of the linear packing. How much is there? Gradually, we will come into the 2D packing. After slowly from the planar packing, we'll come to the 2D packing. One more question. And this is further packing of the questions, one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional. Then coordination number of the square close packing. This is one more. And 3D packing, also question is given asked like this. All right, the coordination number of a metal crystallizing simple cubic structure. Okay, in simple cube, What is the coordination number, right? How are the atoms arranged and what is the coordination number? Okay, next question. Hexagonal HCP packing. HCP packing. So you can ask me doubts if you have not understood this concept. Packing video also I have done. Please check it. Then so many questions, right, students? Every question is from every line of NCRT. Okay, this is about the HCP packing. How is the packing done? Then the coordination number of a metal crystallizing in hexagonal close packing is what? Okay, so HCP packing is 12 only, students? Right. Then hexagonal close packing is found in crystal lattice of which? They're going to give you examples, and that examples you need to relate it with that. You also have incorrect statement questions about the voids. Please check the question. And gradually about the octahedral void and tetrahedral void. All right. So TVs are two N's and OVs are N's. N is nothing but number of atoms. Okay. Then gradually we are going into this. Gradually we are going into this. Perfect. Arrangement ABC packing arrangement is there. All right. So next comes cubic closed packing structures. Okay, are aligned with the sphere. First sphere, how is it aligned? The arrangement question is this. Then comes the coordination number of a metal crystallizing cubic packed. Okay, what is the coordination number? Cubic packed 12. Then after that, slowly packing questions are like this. Fine. They will ask you packing questions in multiple choice questions also in this way. You can take it. Gradually, we will go into the voids questions. Voids questions are asked like this. Tetrahedral, the total number of tetrahedral and face centered. See, face centered has 4 atoms. So tetrahedral voids are nothing but 2n. 4 into 2, 8 atom, 8 TVs. Okay, and then comes the ratio of close packing the number of voids between tetrahedral and cubic close packing ratio is given here. The number of octahedral sites per sphere in FCC. See the question, I have given you the option also here, answer also here. Then comes your number of tetrahedral and octahedral voids in CCP. This is also there. Yes. So it's cubic close packing. Very well know. Voids. How many atoms are there? How many voids? Total 12 voids. Tetrahedral and octahedral together. Like that, voids questions are given. Read the question. If you have doubt, ask me. Okay. Right. This is again the same type of question. Clear, students? Almost the concept. It will explain you the concept. Right. So next, this is one more question about your compound given and the formula given. All right. Right. Next, I have given the explanation also below. How is the ratio calculated? How much is the ratio calculated? How it is calculated next. Right. So next question. All right. So here, basically, a compound is formed by the elements X cations and X anions. So what is a formula? Formula questions also are asked. So a crystalline solids of XY3 CCP arrangement, how much is the part present? How much is the part present? How much ratio is left out? Like that. Then the atoms of the hexagonal close packing. So basically here important thing is, first of all, you should know the formulas. So tetrahedral void is 2n. Octahedral void is n. So how many of atoms they have given? You multiplied and you got the number. So formula is given. Like that, different questions are given on the formulas. Different questions are given on the formulas. Right. So basically, let us see the different. This is a question. This is a question based on your octahedral and tetrahedral voids. Okay, right. Radius ratio question is here. Okay, right. And then comes your questions on radius ratio further. All right. Then comes your questions on crystal lattice, different types of crystal lattices. Okay. Then this is a question based on your radius ratio again. This is how the question is asked. Like that, every question is a masterpiece. Again, I'm telling you, students. Okay, so go to the question, go through the questions. Everything is clearly explained. Okay, everything, every line, every question. Anywhere doubt, you can ask me. Anywhere doubt, you can ask me. So important thing here is learning the question. So please practice 2 chapters per day. Yeah. What happens is today is suppose 10th today. You finish your solid state. Tomorrow try to finish solutions and lighter chapter like biomolecules. Day after tomorrow, finish haloalkanes. That is on 12th. And on 13th, try to finish alcohol screens. That's all. Your preparation is done, isn't it, students? I have given you the questions like this. You can directly take the questions and understand the questions. Got it? So any doubt, you can ask me. I'll be helping you all. I'm there with you. Yeah. So one question of your edge length. One question of your edge length formula questions are there. BCC. So basically, formula if you learn, you can apply it in these questions. Okay, students. So once again, I'm requesting all of you through the whole video. Yes, I'm going to cover the complete concept of your NCRT. Yes, I'm going to show you how. I promise you'll be getting full marks in your board exams if you follow all these. Yes, students. So I have done the whole concept, like rather all the 6 chapters. See, right? So we go through each and every question. Go through each and every question. Yes. So formula is given. You're just substituting in the questions. Substituting in the question. The questions which are direct, I'm not giving the solutions down. The questions which require some working out, you need to work out on that. Right. Then comes your time. So basically, every question of edge length, every question of density, every question of your packing, every question of your packing efficiency, everything is made into a question. Right, students? So please go through the questions, understand the concept, anywhere, ask me. Again, I'm telling you, every line of NCRT is made into a question. Correct, students? So please go through. This is the density numerical formula. Also, they'll give you ask you as MCQ. This is the assertion reasoning question based on your number of atoms. Let us see some more. These are the density numericals. This is again density numerical. Different varieties of density numericals are there in this. Right, right. Then this is how one more question of density is given, but in a different way. Got it? Then comes density of 200 grams, you need to find out. So here I have given the solution completely. Yeah. After the density numericals, next comes your calculation of same density. Either they will ask you molar mass, they will ask you number of atoms, they will ask you edge length, like that. Okay. Got it? Right. This is one more density numerical, students. Practice it and ask me doubt. Next comes your, okay, this is a little bit different from your NCRT, but it's an interesting question. You can go. Okay, one more question on your density. Try. Okay. One more question on your density numerical. One more. Yes. Again, density means the different types of density numericals, how they are asked. Different types of density numericals, how they are asked. Yes, students. So concept can be asked in any way. Concept can be asked to you in any way they can ask you the concept. So important thing is you should know how to present it. So we have come to the concept of defects now. Defects questions are easy, students. You can directly do it, no problem. Because defects, if you learn the table, you can easily learn the set. One more question on your dislocation defect. So they're asking you which of the following defect is also known as dislocation. So Frankel defect, because you have the dislocation or the movement of the cation and anion. Correctness, students. That's the reason how it is moving into the lattice sites. Then comes your Frankel defect concept. Then comes your Schottky defect. Yes. All right. Then comes again your Schottky defect. Yes. Schottky defect examples are given like this, and they're asking you a question. Okay. Then, all right. This is how defects are also asked. Okay. Done. One more question. 171 question. Okay, we have which type of defect has the presence of cations in the interstitial sites? Okay, Frankel defect. Yes, your cation, smaller I cation gets dislocated in interstitial sites, right? And basically, what they will also ask you questions based on how is the density affected. Correct? In Schottky defect, cation anion skips out. Frankel defect, this is what happens. This is one more question on your crystalline solids about the defects. Let me show you one more. This is one more. Questions on defects will be asked from every corner of NCRT. So please go through the questions, go through the examples. Yes, and do ask me the doubts. I have already done the detailed explanation of this videos. Yes, I've done the detailed explanation of these videos. You can easily go through. If you want the detailed explanation, yes, it is given. It is given. I'll give you the playlist link also. You can go through all the videos, and yes, so they'll give you an example. Silver bromide, which type of defect it shows? It shows both Schottky and Frank, correct? Then comes non-stoichiometric defect questions are here. Metal excess defect questions are here. Crystal lattice epicenter questions are here. Zinc oxide, yes, it shows metal excess defect. It is also there. Then what is the type of defect you see when ZNO, because ZNO shows metal excess defect, no? So they're asking you what type of defect arises due to the ZNO. Okay. Then metal deficiency defect questions here. Metal, which of the following is seen in FeO? Yes, this is one more. One more assertion and reasoning questions are here. Cadmium chloride to silver chloride. One more question is here. This is a Schottky defect question. Very nicely, very interestingly, they have given you the options also. Yes. So check this carefully. All right. All right. This is about the ratio of the which normally non-stoichiometry is maintained in the crystal. That is also one of the defect. Like FeO, you have seen one example like that. NiOO, nickel oxide. This is also the sum rather. And further we will see about the F centers. One more question. Okay, this is for the state board students. Conductors, you don't have for the CBSE. This is also for conductors. Question, CBSE state board students, they have electrical property students. That's the reason I took this question for them. Yeah. Range of conductivity question. This is also for the conductors, semiconductors. Semiconductors question is this. Yes, so I didn't want, because every student is important here. State board students, CBSE students, ICSE students also. You can take it from the video and learn it. Deleted syllabus, few topics only, remaining all are done. Yes, students. Okay, this is the insulator question. This is the semiconductor question. Okay. In intrinsic semiconductors and extrinsic, this question also is here. All right. What happens when you add impurities? That question also is asked in this way. N-type semiconductors question is here. Okay. Positive hole, silicon or germanium is doped with traces. That question also is here with option. Doping questions is asked here. Semiconductors questions with the example, with the explanation I have given here. Okay. All right. Electrical field, fine. Okay. Germanium, again, same. Conductivity, what happens when you add pure samples of germanium, silicon, or poor conductors? But you have to increase the conductivity. What do you do? You start doping it, correct? That is what is asked in terms of examples. This is one more question for semiconductors. Right? Yes. Done. This is again PNP junction, sandwich conductors. This is for state board students only. ICSE students also. This is a question about the solar energy, what it converts. And basically the last part, that almost we're coming to the magnetic properties. Before that, what groups are doped? This is what they asked. Then comes your doping in this way in MCQ format. They're going to ask you again MCQ based on your examples, which acts as a conductor, which acts as an insulator. Okay, right. And which of the following oxides show electrical property like metals? This is one question. Magnetic property questions. The materials which are weakly repelled by magnetic field. What is this? That is what they're going to ask you. Okay. So one more question about diamagnetic material. One more question, or they will ask you which is true, which is false. Paramagnetic questions. With the examples they're going to ask you. This is a question on ferromagnetism. This is again for the state board. One more question on ferromagnetism based on the examples. This is one more question based on the examples of ferromagnetism, right? So below also you have example. Okay, which which molecule shows which type of magnetism? Then this is about the domains. Yeah. So which of the following arrangement shows schematic alignment of magnetic properties, magnetic moments? So which one is ferro, which is anti-ferro, like that? Which of the following substance shows antiferromagnetism? So examples are given. They're asking you to tell them which one is this. So this is one more example. Metallic compound is, they're giving you a clue which is compound is metallic as well as ferromagnetic. So examples you can remember. Yes, which of the following statement is not true? Okay, all right. There's an assertion reasoning question on the magnetic properties also. Okay, one question of the edge length has come here. So density numericals are further there, whichever are missing out. Calculation of density numericals are further here for you to calculate. So silicon dope with electron-rich compound forms. Which type? Little bit defects are further given here. Band theory. This is for the state board and the ICSE board students. Okay, all right. So pure defect, pure crystal cannot be occupied. Latticite in pure crystal cannot be occupied by lattice electron. What is the reason also is given here? Yes. If the following statement is correct. Okay. Options, read the options. about the packing efficiency, further how they are going to ask you the questions. All right. All right. So this is how is your solid state chapter, students. Till here it is your solid state chapter, 239 questions of solid state. Again, let us start with the next chapter. That's nothing but solutions. All right. So go through all the questions. Let us meet with the solutions chapter. All right. Students, now let us start off with the next chapter. That's nothing but your solutions. Okay. So basically in solutions, you're supposed to learn the different types of solutions. That's a basic table you need to remember. Okay. So that's nothing but your types of solutions, like colloids, two solutions. 1 second, students. Let me check whether it is getting recorded or not. Yes, it is getting recorded. All right. So you're going to learn the different types, just like your colloids, true solutions. Okay. And suspensions rather. So learn this table, important. And next comes your summary of your table. That's nothing but classification of solids, solutions. So they're going to give you, like, for example, benzoic acid is which type of solution? Yes. Zinc amalgam, which type of solution is it? So it comes under what is the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium in that. That is what they're going to ask you. So learn the table for the exam. It's very important. Then next comes your important table to remember, the formulas, because solutions chapter is completely of your numericals. So learn the formulas for this. Fine. And then let me little bit zoom it so that it's easy for you. Okay. The next comes your formulas for your mole fraction, molarity, molality, parts per million. Yes, students? Yes. So these formulas along with your basically what are there in liters, what are there in dm cube, everything is mentioned here. What is the formula when you calculate in kilogram, right? So learn the formulas, it's very important. After this, gradually we are going into the next one, that's calculation of number of moles. All right. Then colligative properties, yes, RLVP, relative lowering of vapor pressure. Raoult's law also formula is here. Then comes gradually into the next formula. As I said, colligative properties. Okay, the same page is almost there. Okay, Raoult's law is here. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is here. And then comes your elevation and boiling point formula, depression and freezing point formula, osmotic pressure formula. Units are also mentioned here everywhere. Please note it and learn it. Okay. So, all right. So after this learning the formulas, we are going to go into the MCQs. Let us check. This is the osmotic pressure formula. Okay. Then we are going to go into the further MCQs, and there's also one formula for the conversion. That's nothing but relationship between molarity and molality. This formula is used. All right. And important thing, with these formulas, you can start off with your MCQs. Okay. So basically, in the formulas, they're going to give you a question like this, students. Which of the following is incorrect? Okay. Right. So concentration. So basically, incorrect statement MCQs will be more. So please learn that. I'll be gradually showing you one MCQ. So go through the MCQs and please ask me doubt if you have any. Okay. Question is given to you, MCQ is given to you, answer also is given to you. So gradually go through each and everything. I'm always there for you all. You can ask me questions. So let us see, like this, total of almost 200 plus MCQs are there. Okay. So question can be asked from any corner of your NCRT. So read carefully, see here. Based on the particle size, the question is asked like this. Okay. Based on the this one, in the table, the solid will dissolve in what means based on the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium. Question is asked like this. Then this is one more question. Yes, this is how it goes. Gradually, let us see the questions which are there. A solution having three components. What is it called? Okay. Then comes your question, which is hopefully it said, true or false, rather a true and incorrect statement. Such questions are given. Then This is about the question of the concentration terms. This is the question mass percentage. All right. So this is again given a question, a simple question in the form of a word statement. Got it, students? Yes. Gradually, for every question, the particular description or the sum is solved and given to you. You can learn each and every sum here. It's easy. Any question, any doubt, ask me. I'm always there with you all students. Please ask me because time is less. Now sit in your study room. Please take this one numerical and solve it. In the exam, they're going to ask you these numericals. Some numericals are based on the concentration terms. Some numericals are based on your formulas. Some numericals are based on your colligative properties, like that. One question is given, one question solution is given to you. So please check each and everything. Okay, right. Let us see the next question on the mole fraction. So directly they may ask you a formula also like this. A numerical based on the mole fraction is one question. Mole fraction units are asked like this. Further, they may ask you to calculate the mole fraction in this way. Go through the question, students. Once again, anywhere, any doubt, if you feel it's difficult, please ask me. Further, we have questions based on calculation of number of moles. Formula is written, substituted, and found the answer. So if you follow the procedure of what it is, follow the procedure how it is, you can easily get through the easy. So important thing, check carefully, read each and every question. I think you are noting the reason for me quickly is if I give you this, you can sit, concentrate, and study. And I'm always there to help you out. You can ask me and you can get your. So every question is a masterpiece. Total of almost 200 plus questions are there with the numerical solved. Anywhere, any doubt, please check. It's all NCRT based students. It is simple thing is only thing the you should answer it within the given time. That is what is important. Yeah. So every question based on your concentration terms. What is 1 molar solution means? 1 liter of solution, like that. Then this is one more question based on molarity. This is on the question based on dilution law. M1V1 is equal to M2V2. This is a question based on your molarity again. This is a question based on your molarity. I said, na? After concentration terms, one question, different varieties of molarity based questions. One more molarity question. So basically, this concept formula is only one, but how are you going to apply the concept in different questions? Like that. Almost, if I have to tell you, every question, there are certain questions which are where you're relating molarity and mole fraction. It is solution is given here. Okay. There are certain questions where molarity will be asked and you're calculating everything. Okay. Then they may ask you true or false questions also, which are important so that you will differentiate between which is the true statement and false statement. Because MCQ means it is elimination process only in students. Then comes your molarity in one more way. Further, you have your questions. So basically here they've asked you to calculate the volume. So anything may be asked from the equation. Some more questions of molarity. Yes, this is one more question of molarity, rather the dilution law. So molarity and dilution law, compulsory questions will be asked. Then if 1 mole of a substance is present in 1 kg of a solvent, it's nothing but molal. So that is molarity, this is molality. Okay. So definition also will be asked in the form of an MCQ. Then numericals based on that are asked. Numericals based on that. Question is given. Solution also is given here. So this was the question which was asked in KSET, right? So it is an interesting question, but it's easy actually. One more question based on molality is asked. Practice all the questions, they're easy. So definition, they may ask you like this. So if WB grams of solute dissolves in WA grams of solvent, the molality of the solution. What is the molality? So basically, molality formula also is asked. Units of molality are asked. Just check. Direct substitution is asked. Again, molality numerical is asked. Okay, this is one more question on your molality. Solution of glucose dissolved in 500 grams of water. So number of moles separately you will calculate. 500 grams is a given weight. So you can write it in this. That is your solvent weight. Then one more question where you can practice it. The further questions on the mole fraction, direct substitution. Further questions on the mole fraction. This is also direct substitution. There you can pick up the values and directly substitute and do it. Further questions on the molality. So molarity questions and molality questions, nothing much students. Application in the formula only, right? So everywhere molarity, almost if you do 10 to 15 numericals, you will understand as to how is the pattern asked. Yes, go with this. Right. All right. Then comes your next question. The relationship between normality and molarity. For CBSE students, normality is not there, but state board students, it is there. That's why you have taken this question. All right. Yes. Next question further. Different relationship between normality and molarity. Like that. There's one more question where we will talk about which one has highest normality. So this is for the state board students. So finally, all the formulas, whatever are there, they're going to give you in the form of a match the following thing. You can take it. Yes. Next important thing. A solution in which small amount of solute gets dissolved at a given temperature, so that further dissolution of a solute may take place. Okay, unsaturated solution. So the differences between different types of solutions. After that, gradually we will talk about the concept of dissolution with the explanation given below. Then I'll just give you what is the difference between saturated, unsaturated, supersaturated. It will also give you a concept-based question like this. Numerical based on the dissolution. Which of the following is true about effect of temperature and solubility factor. So basically you have numericals based on concentration terms like mass percentage, volume percentage, then molality, mole fraction. After that, they will give you questions based on dissolution. What happens when you dissolve a particular solute? How much part of the solute is dissolved in that? Then they're going to give you assertion reasoning questions like this. Further, after completing this, we'll be entering into a topic called after dissolution, colligative properties. So basically, colligative properties are all direct questions, students. They're all direct questions. So after dissolution, easily you can get score marks in colligative property numericals. Only thing it may confuse you is your molarity numericals. So these are all questions on your solubility. This is also solubility question. So basically, concept of solubility, they're going to ask you in different ways. They're going to ask you, okay, this particular law, this particular solubility, how is it? What is the effect of if you take ionic compounds? If you take number of ions, suppose number of ions are there. If two ions are there and if there is one ion, how will they dissolve it? So it depends upon the Van 't Hoff's factor also. So Van 't Hoff's factor is deleted for you all, but you should know the concept of solubility of this particular ions. So Henry's law is basically deleted for the students of CBSE, but state board students have this concept. So please go through the Henry's law. First important thing, you need to learn the formula. Okay, after learning the formula, the concept of application of pressure. So remember your soft drink bottle, correct? No, when you open your soft drink bottle, when it is up, when the pressure is applied and when the lid is closed, how is the factor of pressure acting on the soft? So remember that so that you will understand the concept. So day-to-day examples, if you take, you will remember the concept. So this is one more question. So if the statement is given, so if statement questions, they will give you students. So please be careful. Explanation also is given below. The answer also is given below. Graphical based questions are very important. So you should remember the value of Henry's constant. So formula is given like this. Henry's law further formula is given like this, or the question is given like this. Henry's law constant question, one more. Which of the following is false? So applications of Henry's law questions also they're going to give you, because applications carry weightage in the subjective part also. In last previous years, subjective questions they used to ask about the applications of Henry's law. So further, they're going to ask you about what happens when low oxygen percentage, concentration of oxygen is there in the tissues. I said the applications of Henry's. This is one more numerical on Henry's law. Gradually, this is all for the state board students. You can take up the question. Further, about the solid solutions, you have different types of solutions in that solid solutions. Then you have question based on your mixing of two metals, right? So that forms alloys. So in that application part, they're going to ask you a question. This is one more question on your application, and that is your alloys. This is the example of a solid solution. So explanation is given and the reason also is given below. Okay. Cadmium ions replace zinc ions in a solid solution formed from cadmium sulfide and zinc sulfide. This is an example of. Okay. This is a different type of interstitial solid solution. Okay, alloys. Now colligative properties are started. So they're going to ask you, definition will be asked in this way. Colligative property depends upon what? Yes, it depends upon the number of solute particles, not on the nature. This is one more way of asking your colligative property. See, not questions, if questions, difference questions, incorrect questions are very important in chemistry, students. So this is the question on vapor pressure. RLVP question. Sorry, this is also one more RLVP question which is given to you. This question is very important. It is asked last year, means last before year. One more question based on your RLVP. Based on the formula of RLVP. Dilute solutions, Raoult's law states that. Okay, all right. So Raoult's law question is given here. One more Raoult's law question. So anywhere doubt, please ask me. Anywhere doubt, please ask me. Once again, I'm saying anywhere doubt, please ask me. What is students? So nothing to worry. Please ask me. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to clarify your doubts. Yes. So this is your question based on your vapor pressure. Explanation also is given below. This is a question based on your relative lowering of vapor pressure. Yes, Raoult's law question. This is again relationship between your mole fraction and Raoult's law. This is a question based again on number of moles. So different questions based on your Raoult's law, different questions based on your colligative property. Every question is considered. So take your book, please sit and work out. Take your book, please sit and work out. All right. Okay, chalo. One question. Let us see. Let us see. This is on the RLVP. Relative lowering of vapor pressure depends upon addition of non-volatile solute E's. All of these. Yes. So RLVP depends upon what? Directly proportional, inversely proportional, everything is considered. This is one more question. Lowest vapor pressure which we'll have. What is the reason? Because of the number of ions which is described here. So every question is a masterpiece. Again, I'm saying students, so please take it, understand it, and learn it. Okay. Every question, whatever is there, every question, whatever is there, read, work it out. Because now if you practice in the exam, it will be easy for you, right? In the exam, it will be easy for you. This is how it goes. Evaporation numericals. One more evaporation numerical for you all. Everywhere question, answer, and the description is given by. So different questions are given, students. You can easily go through whichever, wherever you have doubt, you can ask me. If you feel the question is difficult, don't try to learn new things now because it will be a problem for you in the exam. Okay. So ideal solutions questions are here. Non-ideal solutions, which shows positive deviation and negative deviation questions are here. Non-ideal solutions, which show negative deviation. What are the factors deviated from the ideal gases or ideal solutions rather, sorry, ideal solutions. Incorrect statement for ideal solution. So liquid pair, so they will ask you examples, taking the examples, they're going to ask you the question which is deviating from the Raoult's law. So benzene, they're going to ask you a question. So examples are very important, students. Benzene, toluene, chlorobenzene, bromobenzene. So like that, they're going to ask you which one is this. So binary mixtures which exhibit positive deviation. Gradually, which of the following is non-ideal solution? I said, no. With the examples, they're going to ask you which is ideal, which is non-ideal. Further examples, with the examples, they're going to ask you which is positive deviation, negative deviation. Which of the following liquid pair shows positive deviation? So please be careful with examples. So again, example, they will give you the example like this. A binary solution of ethanol and cyclohexane is an example of what? So this is one more example. There is a sum given to you like this. An ideal solution is prepared by mixing 30 ml chloroform, 50 ml acetone, the volume of the mixture. So very interesting question, students. Which one of the following liquid pairs shows negative deviation? So I said examples are very important. So basically concept, if you know, you can apply it anywhere. Remember that. So first of all, that's why I keep saying, please learn the concepts. See, normally what do we do? Positive deviation, negative deviation. That's all. We learn the definition. That's not correct. Should learn the concept. Next questions on azeotropes are also there, which are minimum and maximum boiling mixtures. Next question is again on azeotropes. Reason also is given here. Sitting questions on boiling point concept. Further questions on your boiling point of a non-volatile solute. What happens when you add a non-volatile solute? The vapor pressure decreases or increases. What will happen to the boiling point? This is a question based on very dilute solution. So based on the ions, how is the concentration? This is your elevation and boiling point question based on your formula. Next comes one more elevation boiling point question. Units for your elevation boiling point. So molar elevation constant of boiling point, what is it? So every concept, every question, every concept is made into a question. Every concept is made into a question. Okay. Then comes your boiling point of solutions. Okay, and see here we are comparing. We are taking the ratios of two different solutes. The urea is one is here. So here important thing is urea and sucrose. Both are dissolved. Okay, so in two solutes we are comparing the ratios. Then comes highest boiling point. Very important question. Then comes aqueous solution, highest boiling point. Okay, this is based on the Van Toff's factor. Next comes your elevation boiling point direct substitution question. Identify the compound among the following in which 0.1 molar solution has highest boiling point. Okay, all right, all right. So based on the number of ions here, 2 iron plus 1 chloride, 3 ions are there, correct? Glucose will not dissociate. Sodium chloride has 2 ions. Calcium chloride has 2 plus 1, 3. Yes, but ferric chloride, yes, the valency of that also is higher. This is one more question based on your elevation in boiling point. One more question based on your TB and molality. This is a question based on elevation in boiling point. Further questions. I have done a detailed explanation of solutions chapter. Please watch the concept, students. I will give the playlist link in the description. Then this is a question of your elevation boiling point. One more question. This is a question of molality where you are asked to calculate molar mass. So how it is converted, how we are going to write. Yes. Then further we have a question based on delta TB. Same thing. Elevation boiling point question calculating molecular mass. Then a question of calculating same delta TB only, but sometimes they may ask you to calculate weight. Sometimes they will ask you to calculate molar mass. Sometimes they'll ask you to calculate delta TB. So formula also they will ask like this. Question based on your elevation boiling point, one more pattern. This is also one more pattern of asking the elevation boiling point questions. This is a question based on molarity. So what happens when you add a non-volatile solute? The question. This is the questions based on your depression freezing point. So the relationship between Kf and Tf. They're asking you what is the relationship between cryoscopic constant. Ebuloscopic constant questions are over. Cryoscopic constant, and that is your molar depression constant and your molarity. So cold countries, what happens? Okay, car radiators. So frozen roads. Basically, applications are also asked, students. Molecular mass of solute using depression of freezing point. What is the formula? So statement problems after your numerical statements, which is correct, which is incorrect. Yes. Here, your depression freezing point numerical start. Question is given to you. Solution also is given to you. Okay. Van 't Hoff's factor. Question based on the number of ions. This is one more numerical based on your TF. This is one question based on your uh, dissociation of ions. This is a question which is talking about your freezing point, which will have largest. So this is also based on your dissociation of ions. Which of the following aqueous solution has highest freezing points? Explanation is given below. Go through it. And again, I'm telling you, students, please ask me doubt you have. I'm there with you all. Please ask me doubt. Go through the questions and ask me doubt. Yeah. One more question based on your depression in freezing point, direct substitution. This is also direct substitution of your questions. So this is the calculation of the molar mass from delta TF. Yes. This is a question which is relating your depression freezing point where molar mass. So maximum questions will be asked to calculate molecular mass. So the different combinations of how to calculate the molecular mass is what is asked. But careful, less time. How you're going to solve it depends upon your practice. So you keep practicing these 4 days perfectly and get through the exam with wonderful marks. One more question on depression freezing point. Direct substitution. Here also they've asked molecular mass concept. Here they have asked you to calculate weight. Till earlier they have asked you molecular mass. Here they've asked you to calculate weight. This is a big, again, a sum, big sum, little bit. So step by step you're going to calculate, and here they have asked you to find out atomic mass. So go through the sum carefully. Such big sums will not be given, don't worry. Next question is a direct substitution of values. So this is about your osmotic pressure. So these are the questions about your isotonic solutions, hypertonic solutions, hypotonic solutions, which will flow, which will not flow, based on the semipermeable membrane and size of the particle. Phenomena of osmosis. Reverse osmosis also is there. One more question based on your osmotic pressure. They may give you a definition like this. See here. At constant temperature, the osmotic pressure of a solution is directly proportional, means phi is equal to CRT. So in the statement form, they have given you. This is a reverse osmosis concept. This is also RO, reverse osmosis. So Berkeley-Hattell's method with a semi-permeable membrane. So what are you using, right? So this is not there in NCRT, but for state board students, yes. Isotonic solutions, they have equal osmotic pressure. That question is framed like this. Blood is isotonic with, okay. So blood cells retain the normal shapes in solutions. Okay, right. Next comes your, okay, dissociation of ions and how much is the, which one is isotonic in nature. This question was asked previous year. Further questions of further questions based on your isotonic. So this is again a question where you're going to calculate ratio. If two solutes are given, you're going to calculate the ratio. Almost same. Isotonic solution C1 and C2. This is a question based on your osmotic pressure. What I said, hypertonic, hypotonic, isotonic. Please watch the videos which I have done in a detailed way. So this is a question based on Van 't Boyle's law. This is for the CBSE students. Okay. This is also ICSE syllabus. This is there a little bit. So Van 't you're relating to different. So this is one more question based on your osmotic pressure. Formula of osmotic pressure you're substituting. This is again a question directly into the formula of osmotic pressure. Isotonic solutions. Again, one more comparison between isotonic solution. Compulsory, they will ask one question. This is a question based on osmotic pressure. One more question based on osmotic pressure. This is comparison between two solutions, rather. So pi 1 and pi 2, you're comparing two osmotic pressures. If the concentration given to you, important thing is the temperature. Pi is equal to CRT. The temperature is kept constant. How do you calculate concentration? One more question of your pi value. Okay. This is direct question. This is the direct substitution of your pi value. This question was asked last before year. Very important question. The reason is given and the solution explanation also is given here. Then comes your correct statement and incorrect statement. So pure water, that's RO concept. Abnormal molar masses is for state board students. This is also for the state board students. Their exams are also going on. So this is your association, dissociation of molecules, that is Van 't factor. So basically, this is one question in elevation in TB. I said no, true or false questions compulsory they will ask students. True or false questions they'll compulsory ask. Why here this is having more boiling point? Because it dissociates into two ions. Correct? 2 Na plus SO4 minus. So 2 ions, 2 plus 1, 3 ions. So that's the reason. In this case, it is 2 ions. Here it is 2 ions. Here it is 2 ions. But here it is 3 ions. That's the reason it has more boiling. Like that, questions are given. Each and every ion dissociation you need to count. See, ion compound is given means check. If I see this, aluminium has 2 and sulfate is 1. So 3 ions. So aluminium chloride here, charge you should not count, but number of ions you need to count. So this is barium plus 2 Cl minus, only 2 ions. Here also 2 ions. Here also 2 ions. So in the first case, important thing is highest freezing point they set. Why? See this. They've given the reason how it is going on, what depends upon the freezing point. So isotonic solutions concept can be given in different ways. Examples they may give you, definition they may give you, how does it affect osmotic pressure they may give you. So you need to learn this. This is again a Van 't factor question which is asked. Okay. All right. This is one more question of the molarity. Match the following questions they will ask you. This is one more question of your mole fraction. One more question of molarity. One more of your molarity. This is about the molar mass, how to calculate. So step method is given to you. Conditions are given to you. Mole fraction. This is the formula. They're asking you what is a mole fraction of water in solution. Direct, we have applied in the question. Then colligative property question. These are few general questions of colligative property. Right. This is again relative lowering of vapor pressure and elevation in boiling point question. This is again elevation boiling point question. Freezing point. So equimolar solutions means what? What are equimolar solutions? So which will have same elevation boiling point and or rather not elevation, they have same boiling point and same freezing point. Yes. So concentration is same for them. This is one more question on TF. Very important question. So please practice every question. Please practice every question. If you don't have time, how much ever you can, please practice it. Right. This is again one more. This is about the ions dissociation. Okay, which colligative property is more used to determine molecular weight? Yes, osmotic pressure. Why? Reason also is given below. Okay. This is the method used for measuring osmotic pressure. So this is a question on pi. Mole fraction of a solvent in solution decreases. Then what happens? Because pi is equal to CRT. C is nothing but the concentration. So such match the following questions are quite common. Learn it. Which of the following statement is false? False. So if you know the difference between correct statement or wrong statement also. Yes. This is about your reverse osmosis process. This is about the association dissociation. This is about the Van Dock's factor question for state board. This is one more assertion reasoning question for state board students. So molarity is dependent, which is dependent on temperature. This question is quite common in CBSE. If the molality of a solution is doubled, depression constant, what happens? This is one more question on the Van Dock's factor and freezing point question. All right, all right. So these are the questions of your solutions. So I'll meet you again with the next concept that is nothing but your P block. Let's start with the P block in the next video, students. Sorry. All right, students. So let us start off with your P block chapter now. Right. So basically, P block is a chapter which is very difficult for maximum students. Nothing to worry. I'm going to give you the trends separately. I'm going to give you the reaction separately so that the whole chapter is intact. Now, let us see the notes, then go into MCQs, right? So first of all, here I have listed out different trends of book 15, like the melting point trend. Yes. Then boiling point trend. Why did I leave this particular gap? So you only tell me the reason, because once you understand the concept, try to write the reason by yourself, right? So important thing here is, careful students, everywhere I have written the trend. So reason, try to write it by yourself so that you browse it once, go through the Google, correct trend I have given here. So you can directly write the particular reason by yourself so that you will not forget. So bond angle trend I have mentioned here. All right. So reducing power trend I have mentioned here. So note the reason, you will remember the answer by yourself. So gradually after that, basic nature, yes, I have written the trend here, stability trend here, and write the reason by yourself. So group 16 trends, acidic trends I have written here. All right. Then thermal stability trend. Please browse and write the reason by yourself. It will be very interesting for you all. Then comes reducing character trend. All right. Oxides reducing character. That's the reason you require to know. And important thing, boiling point trends are there here. Let me little bit minimize it. Okay. Then comes your bond angle trend, right? I did a video for this also, students, for the trends with the reasons. I'm going to post it in the description. Okay. Chalo. Next comes group 17 friends, melting and boiling point. After that, ionization potential, oxidizing power, electronegativity, reactivities. Then comes acidic strength. When you have oxo acids, what is acidic strength? After that, acidity of oxides, again reason. I've already done a video on this. I will share the link about for this. Reducing character trend is this for group 17. Yes. Bond enthalpy trends, bond length trends, okay, thermal stability trends, and most important thing, yes. I will share the video of this particular trends in the description. Please go through it. Yes, students. All right. So these are all the list of preparations and chemical reactions of group 15 nitrogen. Yes. So I have listed out all the preparations on one side and all the chemical properties on one side. So if you learn, you can directly learn from here. Gradually taking from the chemical properties of nitrogen, I'm going to take you. So what happens when you just heat it with hydrogen, ammonia? What are the reaction conditions? When you treat it with calcium carbide, what is the compound? And how can you prepare ammonia from nitrogen? So everything is there in this. Gradually, we all know phosphorus is not there. Then comes group 16, oxygen. In this case, both the preparations and reactions are listed here. From where can I get oxygen? What are the different reactions of oxygen? Everything, all the products are given here. Yes. So gradually after oxygen, you can go with the next preparation. That's nothing but chlorine, group 17. So same here, preparations on one side and your reactions on the right hand side. Got it, students? So everything is listed out from where you're preparing, what happens when it combines with your metals, non-metals, ammonia, and everything. So all the products are there here. Yes, carefully note it. After that, we have the preparations, the chemical properties of chlorine further. So how it acts when it reacts with ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate, sodium sulfide to sodium sulfate, hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. Okay, right. This is one. And next comes your group 18 compounds. That's nothing but xenon compounds. They're going to ask you questions based on number of lone pairs, what is the shape of this particular xenon compound, how many pi bonds are there, how many electron pairs are there, like that. So this is a summary of the whole chapter, and now comes your MCQ. So in P block, basically starting from the electronic configuration, every question is asked. So these questions are picked up from every line of NCERT, right, students? I'll gradually show it to you all. Please go through any question, anywhere. Questions will be asked from occurrences also. Questions will be asked from a table that's nothing but occurrence. Where are they occurring? Okay. Questions are asked like this. So further questions, stibnite. Stibnite. What is stibnite? They're going to ask you. So in P block, true or false questions are most important. Yes. They're going to ask you the questions based on the trends. Yeah, they'll ask you questions based on your trends, atomic size, screening effect, ionization. So they're going to also ask you among group 15, which are conductors, non-conductors. Yes, all the trends, density questions. Catenation property, they're going to ask you. They will ask you the element does not exhibit allotropy. Which one? So, like that, reason also is given below. Yes. All the questions of your group 15, rather starting from the oxidation state, starting from the catenation property, starting from the atomic radii, everything they're going to ask you. So, careful. Right. All right. So group 15, inert pair effect. Why? What is that? So questions based on all the trends are asked. Reason also is given below. You can go to the question and check what is the answer for that. Right. Which of the following is not found? Why? In Cl5. Because nitrogen doesn't have d orbitals. Reason is given below. Next, about your group 15 elements. Gradually group 15 elements will be going into the complete concepts of oxidation state, disproportionation reaction, yes, which is very important, assertion reasoning questions, and a reason also given here. Gradually we'll be talking about the oxides, talking about the reaction of these with strong oxidizing agents like nitric acid. Phosphorus is there, not there for CBSE, but for the state board and ICSE students, they have. Gradually, comparison between nitrogen and phosphorus. Question based on bond dissociation energy and their reason here. Question based on your trends. What is the trend and what is the reason mentioned here? Question based on your trends, compulsory such questions are asked. Boiling point question. P-pi, D-pi bonding. Group 15 does not exist as tetratomic molecule. So basically trends, everything slowly, one concept is covered. One concept is picked up. One concept, if there is any gaseous product, they're going to ask you. So it's a request to all of you. See here, chemical reactions are given like this, students. Remember that. So the chemical reactions are also given here. Learn it. Gradually, what are the reactions with nitrogen with sulfuric acid? What happens? Whether it reacts or not. So they're going to ask you this question. On heating ammonium dichromate and barium azide, what products you get? Nitrogen gas, because they are nitrogen rich compounds. Gradually, ammonia reactions with copper oxide. They're going to ask you what type of gases evolved. So important thing. So this is how you get pure nitrogen gas. Gradually, nitrogen is inert at room temperature because why? So this is a question based on nitrites, group 15. So that we have seen the flow chart, no? That flow chart, they're going to ask you like this, the question. Reaction, formation of calcium cyanamide from where? So this is a general question for fertilizer. This is a question, which of the following is false? So always remember in MCQs, both incorrect statement, correct statement, false statement, correct statement, like that, elimination process questions will be more. This is one more question. This is Haber's process question where you prepare ammonia. So every line of NCRT is made into a question. So please learn this. Every question, every line is made into a question. So below, to support you all, the reactions also are given below. So you can go through these reactions. Yes, you can go through these reactions and learn the whole concept. Yes, this is one more concept. So this is Nestle's reagent, where you have done your practical experiment where you are identifying the presence of ammonium cation. So one more. This is one more. All right. One more question. Which of the following is correct about Ostwald's process? Okay. The contact process is not there, but Ostwald's process is there, where the reaction along with the catalyst and temperature conditions and pressure conditions are given. Reaction of zinc with dilute and concentrated nitric acid, what gases are evolved? So nitric acid, yes, reactions of nitric acid very important with metals like highly reactive metals, middle reactive metals. You need to learn the compounds with the gases. Together also, they're going to give you the reactions like this. You should be able to learn and differentiate. So these are the reactions of copper, reactions of iodine with nitric acid, H2S with nitric acid. So brown ring test. So nitric acid reactions are very important. So what they also will ask you some practical based questions. What is brown ring? Nitration reactions. The organic question is given here. They're going to ask you because it is nitric acid, no? As a concentrated nitric acid, what does it form? Dilute, if you take, that's ortho and para, but it is concentrated, so you should take 2,4,6 trinitro. Bond angle question is given to you. What are the gases evolved? Oxidation state, how to calculate also is given here. Next question, in which of the following oxides nitrogen has +3, +4, +5? So here options are given. Directly you can remember that. So here, which oxide of nitrogen is the lowest? So the calculation part also is given below. Paramagnetic nature of nitrogen, or which oxide of nitrogen is colorless? Because if it doesn't have unpaired electron, if it has paired, it is colorless. If it has unpaired electron, it will go to the excited state and come down the ground state, then it's going to absorb certain frequency from the VIBGYOR, correct? So colored gas. These are the questions based on dissociation or formation of nitrogen dioxide. These are the oxides of nitrogen. Basically, you have for state board students. State board students have phosphorus also students. That's the reason I have taken the oxides of nitrogen and oxides of phosphorus also. So sorry, reactions of phosphorus. So assertion reasoning question. These are for the state board students. CBSE students don't have this. For us or for WOC, every student is important. Every student is important. That's the reason the deleted syllabus part also is done. These are the questions which are related to phosphorus. These are the questions related to phosphorus. Red phosphorus. Okay, state board and ICSE board students can go through these. All right, these are the different allotropes of phosphorus. So basically, group 15 will go with the properties. Group 15 will go with the important reactions. So preparation of phosphine is very important. Grade 12 students, state board students. So further, the reactions of phosphine, so reactions of phosphorus are also important for you all. So I said compulsory in inorganic chemistry on chemistry. Incorrect and correct statements are very important, students. You should learn this. So gradually, what is smoke screen is one concept of phosphine. Hybridization of phosphine is what is asked. So white phosphorus, what happens when it reacts with thionyl chloride? What are the products formed? So dichloro disulfide is one product which you should remember. So PCl3 is kept in stored, is stoppered. Why is it? Reason it gets oxidized. Okay. Reason it reacts with moisture. Rather, when you kept it open, it reacts with the moisture means rather gets oxidized. But this term is correct. Hydrolysis product of PCl3. PCl3 reacts with, this is organic, but phosphorus trichloride is a part of inorganic. So these are the reactions of phosphorus with thionyl chloride. Reactions of phosphorus, again, pentachloride. Reactions, just see students, for group 15, so many questions, isn't it? So very important, please learn. Any doubt, please ask me. I'm there. Vani ma'am is always there with you all. Wherever you have doubt, please message me, comment, and send me. I'm going to clear your doubt. So further oxides of phosphorus are given like this. Oxyacids of phosphorus. This is there for your state board and CBSE, state board and ICSE. These are the questions of phosphorus. Reason also is given here. So the pair in which phosphorus atom has oxidation state of +3. Okay. Then oxoacids of phosphorus in the form of match the following. And oxoacids of phosphorus disproportionation reaction where the same substance undergoes oxidation and reduction. This is also given. Pyrophosphoric acid. Okay. Yes, maximum number of pH bonds in which one? Okay. POH structures are very important. State book students remember. Which of the following oxoacids of phosphorus contain PP bond? Okay, right. They're giving you a question based on the salts. Following acids form series of salts. So reason also is given you. Reason given here, tribasic acid. So it can form 3 types of salts. This is the behavior of H3PO2. Structure is given, reason is given. Further reactions of P2O3. Further reactions of phosphorus oxoacids. Further reactions of oxoacids of phosphorus. Reactions of phosphorus again. This is also phosphorus reaction. So basically for state board students, I didn't want them to lose. I also want them to get marks, students. That's the reason. All the things are given here. Okay, all right. This is also one more question of phosphorus. One more question of phosphorus. So like this, phosphorus questions are also covered. So nitrogen and phosphorus questions of group 15. So for state board students, please learn it till nitrogen only. You don't have oxides of nitrogen. Okay, that topic is deleted. So till nitrogen general tense, group 15, chemical reactives of nitrogen, where I have shown you a table. So now we are entering into group 16, oxygen. Okay, right. From 135 questions, we are starting with group 16, oxygen. So here again, abundance question is given to you. What are the occurrences? What actually is Epsom salt? Earlier there was what is stibnite, like that. So galena is what? Electronic configuration question is asked. What are the trends of? Answer is given here. So a little bit got merged of students. So moving group 16 dash. So reason is given below. So identify the metalloid of the following. So here also a little bit merged off while clubbing the PDFs. So right. So basically the answer is given here. Sorry for the inconvenience. The answer is given here. Which of the following of group 16 elements exhibits allotropes? Okay. Answer is given below. Go through here also. A little bit got merged off. So group 16. So inert periodic stability of +6 and +4 state. +6 decreases and +4 increases. So that's option C here. So these are the reactions of sulfur with nitric acid. Incorrect statement questions are compulsory given. So please go through. Find the incorrect statement of the following. Yes. So here one option got mixed up, merged up. Sorry for that, because when we are merging, when we are editing, when you are getting, automatically some questions get confused. Okay. Sorry from my end. So lead chamber process question is here. Okay, they have given different types of options. So basically the question is, what is a catalyst? So nitric oxide is a catalyst. This is assertion reasoning. The answer is here. So this is the halides concept, group 16 halides concept. This is also halides concept. Option is here, students, here. Which of the following is incorrect? I said no incorrect statements. So TeO2 acts as an oxidizing agent. So the option, so basically, which is incorrect statement they have given. So they have given normally option D is the answer because sorry, option C is an answer because here TeO2 is an reducing agent, they said, but that is wrong. It acts as an oxidizing agent. Next compound, which of the following is incorrect? So this is incorrect statement. This is a correct statement which is given as an answer. Next, this also got merged up. Sorry again. So electrolysis, water contains small amount of acid or alkali. Hydrogen is collected in the cathode. Right. Next question. Based on the catalyst, these are the questions of a reaction of the substances. KMNO4 with Na2O2 sodium peroxide. The color properties are going to ask you. One more question. Which of the following is incorrect? Incorrect statements are compulsory, students. You should learn them. So which of the following quickly absorbs oxygen? So that's nothing but alkaline pyrogylol solution or galol solution. Pyrogalol. Okay, next question. What are the products of tin? I have given you a flow chart. You can go through that. So shall I zoom less? Less. Okay, this is better. 10 marks of P block, students. So please learn carefully. Reaction of dioxygen with chloride. Combustion of carbon disulfide with oxygen. This one. High temperature zinc sulfide reacts with what products you get. Like that, one reaction is given here. This is ozone reaction. Ultraviolet rays, basically, what is depleting our ozone layer? These are the questions of how you prepare ozone in the lab. Pure ozone, how are you preparing? Which process? Why it is thermodynamically unstable? So this option got mixed up. Identify the correct statement. So correct statement is given below. Here you can remember this. Next, ozone turns alcoholic solution of benzene into which color? Okay. Ozone reaction with potassium iodide being an oxidizing agent. So again, being an oxidizing agent concept. So this is the practical based question. Answer is here. Any question, if you have doubt, please ask me. Any question, if you have doubt, please ask me. Don't hesitate, because it is you who is going to write the board exam. Anywhere, ma'am, I'm not understanding. You can send me, ma'am, I'm not understanding this question. So and so, the question number of this chapter. Yes, you can ask. All right. Right. I will answer your questions. Acetic oxide. Okay. Trends of acid strength. Amphoteric oxides other than zinc and aluminium. These are the reactions of zinc with sodium oxide and calcium carbon dioxide. Which of the following oxide is acidic? Okay. Which is peroxide? All right. Match the following questions. What is goblet salt? Okay. So sulfur allotropes. Yes. These are the allotrope questions on sulfur. This is also allotrope question on sulfur. So reactions. So few questions, students, here. Basically, the questions little bit based on the options only. Just questions I have given. A little bit it got merged off. So reducing properties. See, basically sulfur dioxide acts as oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So question based on reducing property. This is the question based on oxidizing property. It also acts as bleaching agent, but it will not act as dehydrating agent, correct? So that is what they asked the difference. So sulfuric acid, this is the contact process for state board students and ICSE. Sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide question. Oxalic acid question with sulfuric acid. So phosphorus with sulfuric acid. So chemical properties of sulfuric acid are there, but contact process preparations are not there. Okay, remember these questions important. You will know as to how they are asking you the questions. So when you go to this video, you will understand, okay, this is the reaction. How are they going to ask? So normally what happens, we study the whole book, we study important questions and go. But we never know how they are going to ask us a question. See, ultimately, students, you are going to write the exam. Yes. You are supposed to present the answer. Yes. That is how it goes. Okay. Right. So these are the questions of your oxoacids of sulfur. See how they're asking the earlier question. See, they're asking you structure, number of pi bonds also. Okay. So carefully go through the question. These are the questions. Okay. All right. Oxoacids of sulfur, peroxy group is where? Oxoacids of sulfur. So please check cbse.nic.in, whichever topic is not there for you. So deleted topics. Yes, students, you all can visit cbse.nic.in academics, and important thing, every question, every line of NCRT is covered. So this is a question which is asked in NEET. It is very easy actually. So these are the group 17 questions also which have started. Starting from the occurrence, starting from the uses, starting from the trends, everything is given here. Okay. They will ask you the configurations also. They will ask you the trends. So what is the electron gain enthalpy trend? What is the oxidizing power trend? Electropositivity trend, everything they're going to ask. Negative electron gain enthalpy. Okay. Highest oxidation state. Like that, 1111 concept is clearly asked. So careful, nothing to worry. Go through all the questions. Everything is covered here. So every chapter, more than 200 questions means every line of NCRT is covered, students. Yes. Every line of NCRT is covered. So nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. So please study. Again, any doubt, ask me. So reducing property, oxidizing property. So formation of IF7s, interhalogen compound, and formation of basically reaction with fluorine. Fluorine has anomalous property. It has small size, high electronegativity. That's the reason they're going to ask you a question based on this. Okay, this is one more question. All right, highest ionic character reason also is given. Incorrect statement, they're going to ask you compulsory. The order of strength of MX bond. Okay, this is one more. In dark, which of the following reacts with hydrogen? Reason also is given below. Reaction of iodine potassium iodide gives a complex salt Ki3. So they have given you different concepts, starting from the trends, starting from the acidic nature, starting from the boiling point questions, hydrogen halide questions, reactions. Okay. All right. This is a question of applications rather. Which one is paramagnetic? Why also is given, reason also is given. Oxidation states of iodine in I2O5. So they will give you a molecule like this and you need to calculate. So number of pi bonds structures you need to learn. How it is used to determine carbon monoxide. Okay. Which halogen oxidizes water to oxygen spontaneously? Fluorine. Yes. Higher the electrode potential. Yes, students. So I have done 100 videos for P block. You can go through that. Yes. Check. All right. Further reactions of fluorine. Which is incorrect, which is not correct. Reasoning questions these are. So following pair substances when mixed produce chlorine gas. All right. So what are the reasons? Reaction of ammonia with chlorine. Sulfuric acid. Chlorine reaction. So chlorine, what is the role of that? Of chlorine? Incorrect statement. This is a disproportionation reaction of chlorine, where so a same substance undergoes oxidation and one more undergoes reduction. So they're asking which of the following statement is false. You should be able to have clarity of how chlorine, what does it do? So basically all the reactions are covered of group 17 also. But you should know, see here, -1 + 5. So same oxidation and reduction, loss of electrons and gain of electrons are happening. So reaction of chlorine, further forming bleaching powder. Reaction of chlorine with potassium hydroxide, and what is its use? So what is mustard gas formula? Right here, cuprous chloride. Decon's process, reaction of HCl. These are all the reactions of HCl. So how they are asked, in which part you have asked. So basically 1111 concept is given. Aqua regia, which dissolves gold. Which oxygen halogen forms oxyacids of halogen tripositive oxidation state? So structures you would have learned, but how it is asked. This is Cl2O7 anhydride. These are the thermal stability of oxoacids. Trends of oxidation state of oxoacids. This is also acidity question, very important. Reduction potentials of some ions. Okay. Reason also is given here. Interhalogen compounds concept is there for you. So interhalogen compounds, again, see how many questions they have given. Colors also they have asked you. Reactivity also they have asked you. Reason also is given. Interhalogen compounds, one more question. Structure of interhalogen compounds and how what sort of question is asked. Bromine pentafluoride. Okay, bromine pentafluoride. What is the shape of the molecule? So finally, the interhalogen compounds, they're going to give you the answer in the form of match the following. The answer is here. So this is for careful. This is the answer for 289. This is not 290. So this has come wrong here. So this is a question for 290. Dash is used in the estimation of iodine. So this is your group 18, which we have started. So group 18 is very easy, students. Nothing much concept. Basically, questions also framed here. How, what is the thing which is commercially used. So nothing much of explanation. Radioactive isotopes. So few questions are there which are like, direct. You can directly write the group 18 elements. Trends are also there. Boiling point question is there. Melting point, assertion, reasoning questions are also there. So enthalpy of vaporization is there. So group 18 is something which is, once if you learn, you can remember that. So once again, I'm again telling you, students, please ask me doubt. Right? Every question of NCRT is made. Right? Every line of NCRT is made into a question. So it's a request. I'm there here. So please ask me doubt. Got it, students? All right. Every question, everything is made. So whichever question, suppose if I have, ma'am, 311 question I have doubt, ask me. I'm going to clear your doubt. All right. So answers are also given. Options are also given. Structures are also given. Hybridizations are also given. What are the products formed is given. Hydrolysis products is given. And all the structures are given in the form of match the following. NMR spectroscopy, which is detected uses. Deep sea drivers, what do they take? What are you using for warning signals? High efficiency minor caps lamps, which is used. Color discharge for advertisements. So applications of inert gas compounds are very important, because inert gas compounds are inert, they don't react, but they have wide varieties of applications. So Basically, applications are all given in one. Match the following. Few questions other than xenon. Few questions which are asked like this also. So here, oxides of nitrogen questions are a little bit given below because it is deleted syllabus for CBSE. Few questions I have got it at the end. Few questions of phosphorus. All right. Few questions of nitric oxide, nitric acid, and few questions of nitrogen. So every question is a masterpiece. So please go through the question, note it, and ask me. Yes. Time is less, ma'am. How can I study so much? Whichever question you can absorb, whichever question you can take up, please read it. If you still, yes, I can do it because my maths exam is over, physics is over, English is over, chemistry, at least I have to do good to score more marks. Means little bit more struggle you need to put. Okay. So few questions of this are given, extra questions also. So go through it and ask me doubt. Anywhere you have doubt, please ask me. Okay. See, every question, every concept is made into a question. Every question has an option. Option has answer. So everything you can easily learn. But important thing is how much you retain is what is important. Time is less. I don't know how to remember all this. Yes. I think students, if you have the passion, you'll learn. Easy. You have 3.5 days time with you all. So don't waste a single minute. Okay. So different questions of different concepts are given. Almost 353 questions is more than 300 plus questions. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. All right. So till 354 questions is your P block. Now in the next we are going to see haloalkanes and haloarenes. Right? Yes. Thank you, students. All right, students. Now let us start off with your next topic. That's nothing but your haloalkanes and haloarenes. All right. So basically, students, haloalkanes, as I said, and haloarenes. Let us first see the notes. So these are the definitions of the haloalkanes, and gradually I'll be taking into the classification part. So here, classification of haloalkanes are divided into mono and monohaloalkanes and poly. So examples are also given here. Rather, poly is further classified into di, tri, and tetra. So dihalogens are again divided into geminal and vicinal. Examples are also given. Gradually, monohalogen compounds, based on their classification, sorry, hybridization, they're classified into 3 types here. And sp2 are classified into 2 types here. Further classification of monohalogen compounds, basis of nature of CX bond. Okay, see here. So this is the classification based on the CX bond. That's nothing but primary, secondary, and tertiary, where primary has one halogen atom and one alkyl group and 2 hydrogens. Like that, 2 alkyl, 1 hydrogen, 3 alkyl, and no hydrogen. Gradually, nomenclature, I have picked up the nomenclature of your haloalkanes with all the examples, common name, and IUPAC. Gradually, I took almost 17 examples are there, students. Then comes haloarenes, where haloarenes IUPAC nomenclature is picked up. In this case, both the preparations of alkyl halides and the chemical properties are given. Let me take my specs. Are given. All right. So Markovnikov's rule concept also is given, where the negative addendum goes and adds to the carbon having less number of hydrogens. If I see, this is this. So both Markovnikov and anti-Markovnikov rule is given here. Then these are the preparations and reactions of haloarenes. Finally, important reactions of haloarenes, where it is undergoing electrophilic reactions. All are listed here with the product names. After that, SN2 mechanism, important stereochemistry is given here, where it is attacking, what is the type of inversion, what is the order of SN2, Then comes energy profile diagram. This is the energy profile diagram of SN2. Gradually SN1 mechanism. SN1 mechanism. So what are the steps in this? What is the mechanism in this? And what is the two-step process? How is the tertiary carbocation formed? And important thing is energy profile diagram. Why we should learn this? Because this is where it will tell you about the complete analysis of the graph. So there are questions asked based on transition states also. So this is your stereochemistry, both the inversion, retention, formation of DNL isomer, rather. So comparison between SN2 and SN1 I have given at the end, so that it's a complete understanding of the concept. So these are the complete notes and these are the questions. All right, let us see the students. So different questions are asked, like a dash are obtained by replacing one or more hydrogen atoms. Okay, we very well know. Haloalkanes are derivatives of hydrocarbons. Take out one hydrogen, add one halogen, you'll get haloalkanes, correct? So like that, different questions on the haloalkanes, hybridization, general formula. There are different questions like this: what is alkadiene? What is alkaline halide? Geminal is what? What is meant by ethylidene? Okay. Ethylene. So whatever is the difference, they're going to ask you immediately. So there are a lot of questions for you all which are based on your classification or based on your nomenclature. So you should be very clear about the concepts. So basically, primary is this, what secondary is what, they're going to ask you. So every question, answer is given, option also is given. Again, I'm mentioning, anywhere doubt, please ask me. I'm there. All right. So any question, anywhere, tell me, ma'am, 13th question of haloalkanes, I didn't understand. Yes, I'm going to answer your question. Yes, you ask me, ma'am, 14th question I didn't answer. Yes, I'm going to answer that. So IUPAC nomenclature questions are given. Different questions on IUPAC nomenclature. So they have not, so basically NCR, CBSE will not leave a single line of NCRT. So please go through the whole thing. Every concept is covered here. Everything is covered here. Okay. All right. So what is meant by vicinal? What is meant by geminal? Allyl. Okay. All right. This is given in KSET. It is very easy question. Further, IUPAC name. They're going to ask. All right. So for the questions based on your IUPAC, then comes your questions based on your bond energies. Questions based on your dipole moment. Halogenation. Questions based on further halogenation questions. What happens, basically, what is used for forming free radical halogenation? So gradually questions are asked in this way. So nothing to worry. Question is given, option is given, explanation also is given below. You still have 3.5 days time. You can learn directly. So what happens according to Markovnikov's rule? What are the major product? Highly substituted product. Correct? Like that, reactivity of HX, reactivity of HBr with unsymmetrical alkenes following Markovnikov's rule. There are a few questions asked like this, like reaction of HCl with unsymmetrical alkene. So answer immediately I have given here with the paragraph. So go through the questions, go through the questions. Anywhere, if alkene is given, two options. One is symmetrical, no problem. Unsymmetrical, they're going to ask you either Markovnikov or anti-Markovnikov addition. So gradually, this is the concept, electrophilic addition. Peroxide concept. One more question on anti-Markovnikov rule. One more question on the assertion reasoning part. This is a question on assertion reasoning part based on anti-Markovnikov's rule. Again, one more question, Markovnikov. So basically, concept is one. Just see how are different questions asked. So question based on Lucas reagent test, which is used to differentiate primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. So this is a question based on Lucas. This is one more question based on your Lucas. This is one more question based on your Lucas. All right. This is a question which is based on addition of concentrated sulfuric acid. Means basically how is the nucleophilic substitution happening? So they're not directly given, they have given it in this way. Ethanol plus HB distilled with potassium bromide. So nothing to get confused. One more question. Phosphoric acid. Wherever there is explanation required, I have given you the clue and the option here. Reactivity order of alcohols, halogen acids. Orders are very important, and these are the chemical reactions which have started. Red phosphorus, okay. The best reagent which is used in the conversion of butan 1-ol to 1-bromobutane. Okay, best reagent. That is because they want you to prepare 1-bromobutane. I'm taking red phosphorus and PBr3. Preparation of RI, iodoalkanes. Reaction with thionyl chloride releasing out sulfur dioxide HCl gas. This is preparation of alkyl halides from alcohols using thionyl chloride. Is called Darzel's method. This is one more reaction. Same reaction, how are they going to ask you in different ways? So named reactions are given in this way. So Finkelstein reaction is used to prepare iodoalkanes. Slowly we are preparing or we are coming into a concept of orders. So basically Finkelstein reaction is used, follows SN2 mechanism where these are the orders. Alkyl fluorides are prepared by Schwarz reaction. This is the order. This is the example. So bromobutane, rather alkyl halide are prepared from but1-ene. So this is the reagent which is used. Preparation of alkyl halides in the lab, which method you're going to use. So every reaction is asked in the form of a question. Every reaction is asked in the form of a question. Remember that. So slowly we are coming into the density concept where the clue also is given below, which has lowest density. Density depends upon what? All right. So this is the density order. Reason also. Such questions are quite common in your NCRT, basically CBSE exams. So boiling point factor based on the number of carbon atoms and branching also. So two questions are given. Different halogen atom question here. Same halogen atom. Same halogen atom and different alkyl groups question. So the concept also is given here. Boiling point questions based on isomeric alkyl halides. Questions based on the boiling point, yes. So same question, how is it asked in different way? This is the physical property solubility factor. Most reactive alkyl halide, okay. General order of alkyl halides, okay. Because tertiary forms the most stable carbocation and it forms the most stable product, it reacts faster. Then comes, which is more reactive, the order, reason also is given below. These are the chemical properties where you should know the difference between aqueous KOH and alcoholic KOH because one undergoes substitution, one undergoes elimination. So Aqueous KOH always undergoes substitution. Alcoholic KOH always helps in elimination process, beta elimination. So further questions based on the nucleophilic substitution are given. Question based on the amidentate ligand. So with KCN, what it forms, with AgCN, what it forms. So both the questions are given here. AgCN question also is given. AgCN, you'll get NC, isocyanates. So amino lysis question is very important in alkyl halides, where you'll be getting a series of ammonium salts. Further, the question of this, where alcoholic or alcoholic ammonia, you're treating it with alkyl halides. All right. This is one more question, which is based on your addition of ammonia forming amine. There is a question based on chloromethane with ammonia forming amines. This is a conversion of alkyl halides to amines. One more question, ammonia only in a different way, but finally you're converting alkyl halides to amines only. One more question. This is based on your Williamson synthesis, formation of ethers from alkoxides and alkyl halides. Williamson synthesis reaction with alkyl halide and alkoxide. Further, we are treating alkyl halides with silver oxide, where you get preparing ethers from alkyl halides. All right, dry silver oxide, methyl chloride reaction with silver acetate. Here, both the comparisons they have given with the KNO2 and AgNO2. So, NO2, you'll be getting the NO2 product, KNO2. In AgNO2, you get ambidentate like that. So dehydrohalogenation, where you're removing an hydrogen and a halogen. First concept. Then with which reagent you're using. What is the order for that? And examples for that. Further, they're going to give you further examples to more apply the concept. This is your concept of KOH, alcoholic KOH. They may give you like this also, like methanol, nothing to worry. Then 2-bromopentane is heated, all right. So 2-bromopentane, fine. So they're going to give you alcoholic KOH. What is the reason for this? What product? So alcoholic KOH prefers elimination product, so you get alkenes. So pentane given means pent to ene. One more reaction with alcoholic KOH. Everywhere you get alkenes only, students. One more with alcoholic KOH. So here again, one more alcoholic KOH. Elimination, they've given you a list of 3 questions. You should see which is elimination, which is substitution, which is addition. So the major product in the following reaction, that's nothing but your sodium methoxide forming alkene. This is one more formation of alkenes. So further coming to Wood's reaction, what is the metal used? Sodium and dry ether. So alkyl bromide reacts. All right. So this is one more Wood's reaction where you're preparing symmetrical alkanes, right? Further, you're taking into Wood's reaction. What happens if you take fluorine? Fluorine will not show any reaction because bond dissociation energy of fluorine is very, very high. Size is smaller now. So that's why fluorine will not show, or ethyl fluoride will not undergo Wood's reaction. Reason also is given. Further reactions of the sodium metal, what product you get. Woods can be asked in this way. So reactions of one more Woods reaction. Which alkene will not undergo Woods reaction? Question is given, reason is given. Organometallic compound, that's nothing but Grignard's reagent. Grignard's reagent questions are very important. Yes. All right. Then further Grignard's reagent questions are given like this. So order of reactivity towards Grignard's reagent. So slowly we are coming into the prism, that is optical activity. So whether it rotates the plane polarized light towards the right or left, what is the process called? Yes, what is the instrument used for? This was asked earlier. DLN isomers are what? What are they? Whether they are configurations or they are uh, conformations or configurations, what are they? So chiral molecule is said to be what? What is meant by racemic mixture? What is it actually? This is what they're going to ask you. So they're going to give you a question and see whether it is optically active compound or not. Which of the following compound is optically inactive? So they will give you compounds. You need to draw the structures like this and check whether optically active or not. Like I'm going to give you one question, asterisk question rather. No, they'll give you chiral carbon, which is chiral carbon in this. Further questions to exhibit more optical activity, what is important? Chirality, right? So this is a question asked a number of possible isomers. Anywhere doubt, please ask me, students. Okay, this is one more. The question which is related to the earlier one. This is a question of whenever you see alkenes, remember either you are going to do Markovnikov addition or anti-Markovnikov, and you should also further use it for your optical activity, that is stereoisomers. Lactic acid example, structure you need to learn, whether it is chiral or achiral. They've given you a compound, whether it forms optically active compounds or not. Check it. Further, which of the following forms mirror images and non-superimposable enantiomers rather? They're going to ask you, they'll give you an example here and ask which is asymmetric. Definition about enantiomers. DLN isomers. Okay, DLN isomers. Fine, fine, fine. They're going to ask you a question. DNL isomer forms an optical activity of an optically active compound differs in what? Rotation, correct? Basically, D is a rotation towards the positive and right. L is a rotation towards left. Explanation is given below. These are the further questions of your optical activity. More questions on the optical activity given to you. So means further your concepts will get more and more clear. This is an NCERT exemplar question. Okay, this is RS configuration for the ICSE students because they have ICSE students have this. CBSE students do not have the RS configuration. So question also is based on that for them. NCERT has not given this RS configuration, but further for all the students, those who wish to practice on the concept, yes, you can go with this RS configuration. Anywhere doubt, please ask me in the comment section. Fine, students, because problem is you can't by heart the answer like this. You need to understand that. So further these are the reactions of nucleophilic substitution. Questions on SN1, SN2. So basically, whenever you're learning SN1, SN2, please learn the differences because they will ask you about the solvent, they will ask you about the order, they will ask you about reactivity. These are the assertion reasoning questions of SN2. This is further the SN2 reaction questions. Incorrect statement, correct statement of SN1 and SN2. So this is again a question based on your SN2 reaction. Order for SN2. So tertiary alkyl halides. So basically order is important. Which one follows, which one doesn't follow. What is the reason for that? Further order for SN2. This is again a question of SN1. So here they will ask you what is the rate determining on, what is it? So alkaline hydrolysis of tertiary butyl bromide. Okay, so it depends upon what. So tertiary means they already know. In SN1, tertiary is more preferred. Further questions on SN1. Energy level diagram question is also given to you. What is the geometry of a carbocation? Okay, so tertiary carbocation is formed, primary carbocation is formed. What is the geometry? Further questions are asked on the cleavage of the bond. Here, SN1 mechanism. All right, both retention and configuration, where is it observed? We have seen the diagram also. So reason is given below. Please go through the question. First, I wish all of you watch my theory videos. I have taught on the board every line of NCRT. Now it's a time for us to revise. Correct, students? So SN1, again, one more question. This is a question based on SN1 order. So which is more preferred? So we very well know 3 is more preferred than 2, more preferred than 1. So tertiary is more preferred. Further questions on your carbocation. These are questions based on optical activity. So alkaline hydrolysis, rather, what happens? Of course, what happens? Alcoholic, what happens? Further questions on your reaction of alkyl halide with aqueous sodium hydroxide. Further SN1 questions can be further asked in detail like this. These are the questions on SN1 mechanism. Yes, differences between SN1 and SN2. This is what they ask you. Yeah. Questions based on racemic mixture. Further, with NaCl. Now we are coming to the questions of aryl halides. So IUPAC in nomenclature would be there. Concept of reactivity would be there. Why CCl bond in chlorobenzenes compared with CCl bond in methyl chloride? Why shorter or longer? Check with hybridization. So chlorobenzene, they'll compare with other compounds. Because of its resonance, it's getting partial double bond character. Slowly, they'll be taking the chlorobenzene reactions into electrophilic reactions. How is it forming? We have different reactions like chlorination, sulfonation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation, acylation. So all those concepts are gradually given in the form of questions. Yes. So every line of NCRT is made into a question. So please read, go through the questions and ask me doubt. Yes. Any question anywhere, ma'am, I'm not understanding this. Yes, I am there. Because reactions also are there here. I'm going to explain you this. The same preparation will go on perfectly for term 2 also. Nothing to worry, students. Yes, yes. Go to the question. The reason is given. Answer also is given here only. Okay. Further questions about phenyl cation. Reactions of your aromatic ring. Reactions of chlorobenzene. Nucleophilic substitution reactions order. They'll give you an example and you should check with the order. Reason also is given below. Nucleophilic substitution order with electron withdrawing group and electron group at ortho position, meta position. What happens? Reason also is given here. Further reactions of ring with towards nucleophilic substitution, presence of your electron withdrawing group. Reason also is given here. Assertion reasoning questions are given here. Nucleophilic substitution reactions questions are given here. Further, they'll be asking you questions based on electron releasing groups and electron withdrawing groups. Nitration reaction is asked like this. Sulfonation reaction is asked like this. Means every reaction they want to ask you or frame a question. Which of the following reagent does not represent example of electrophilic substitution? So check here. They've given Cn minus Cu, Cn and NaCN. Here Cn is a nucleophile. So it is a strong nucleophile. So it will represent nucleophilic substitution but not electrophile. In this case, chlorine is an electrophile. In this case, SO3H is an electrophile. In this case, NO2 plus is an electrophile. Further questions of electrophilic reactions are there. They will give you the question and they'll give you, you have to identify your name reaction. Further reaction of bromobenzene with sodium metal. So dichloromethane uses. Basically, polyhalogen compounds are not there for CBSE. This is for the state board and ICSE board. So you can go with your state board and ICSE board can go with your preparations with this. Phosgene compounds. Formula for phosgene. Yes. These are all polyhalogen compounds, students. You don't have it for CBSE. I'm mentioning it. So if you want the further details of which topic is not there, please visit cbse.nic.in. This was given in AIMS. So I felt this question is easy. There's nothing, but this is not there for your CBSE. Polyhalogen compounds is deleted. All right. So few topics there for CBSE, few topics are deleted. For the CBSE students, you can visit cbse.nic.in. So Grignard's, Wood's reaction paragraph can be given like this. So how to work out, it's given here. Further reactions of the name reactions. So they will give you which is the halogen exchange reaction. Swartz and Finkelstein are two halogen exchange reactions. So they will give you the reactions like this. So next one, example of sigma bonded organic metallic compound, Grignard's. So like that, one question, identify the type, predict the type of reaction. Next, major product obtained in the following. Okay, elimination reactions because it is alcoholic. Next comes your identify the major products. Careful, they're going to give you the question alcoholic AOH. What are the two major products? So I've given the explanation below. For the optical activity, yes, for the ICSE students. This is also for the ICSE students further. For state CBS, it is not there. And further questions also there. Certain numericals are there for the students. And little bit of your nomenclature again is back. Based on allylic, based on benzylic, following what is allylic, like that. Further questions are given. So optically active, so a paragraph will be given based on substitution reactions. And certain questions, reaction with silver cyanide are asked like this. IUPAC is the name of lactic acid. So like this, they may ask you. All right. So this is about your haloalkanes and haloarenes. I'll meet you in the next video with alcohols chapter. Right, students? Yes. All right, students. So now let us start off with the next chapter. That's nothing but your alcohols, phenols, and ethers. Right. So here, first let us see the notes, what are prescribed for you all. And then let's start with the MCQs. Fine, students. Basically, here 250 MCQs are there. Everything is covering every line of NCRT. All right, let's start. First of all, in alcohols, when I see the different compounds containing oxygen. All right, students. So here you have an alcoholic group, enolic group, ether linkage, a phenolic group, aldehyde group, ketonic group, carboxylic acid group, acid anhydride, ester, and amide. Correct? All right. So here we are going to learn about alcoholic group, ether group, and phenols in this. Let's start. First of all, alcohols and phenols are denoted or represented by this, where alcohols are aliphatic compounds and phenols are aromatic compounds, right? So when I see the ethers further, ethers can be aliphatic ethers and it can be aromatic ethers also, or it is a combination of alkyl and aryl ethers. Yes. Now here, first when we see the classification of alcohol, students, alcohols have, or rather, we are going to classify it based on mono, di, tri, and poly. So examples are also given. Mono means having one OH group. Di means having two OH groups. Tri means three, and poly means many. All right. So here, examples they'll be asking you. Let us see further in the MCQs. Yes, students, further, monohydric alcohols are again classified into alkyl, they're classified into allyl, they're classified into benzyl. Yes. So here, alkyl alcohols are further classified into primary, secondary, and tertiary. Allylic, where you have a OH group attached to a CH2, which is further attached to a double bond. Correct? So in allyl, there is an CH2 group which is attached to OH. Directly, functional group OH is not attached to double bond. Yes. So in this is primary, secondary, and tertiary. All right. And in benzylic alcohol, this is what? So benzylic means again it is of primary, secondary, and tertiary, where OH is attached to a CH2 group. Further, OH is attached to again a CH group. Secondary, because it is secondary, there is only one hydrogen atom, and OH is attached to a carbon with no hydrogen atoms. It is tertiary. Right, got it, students? All right. So this is based on the hybridization. Further, let us check. Further, let us check. Important thing. Primary, secondary, and tertiary, you have one OH group, right? In secondary, OH is attached, rather here also everywhere it is one OH, but here hydroxyl group is attached to a carbon having one hydrogen. OH group is attached to a carbon having two hydrogens. OH is attached to a carbon having OH is attached to a carbon having two alkyl group. Here OH is attached to a carbon having three alkyl group and no hydrogens. Got it? Chalo. Further, this is the IUPAC nomenclature of the alcohols, where I have taken the basic alcohols with common name and IUPAC name. Yes. Further, we are going to go into more and more alcohols, and with the branches, we are going to see what is neopentyl. Okay, rather when we see ethylene glycol, dihydric alcohols like propylene glycols, yes, glycerols and everything. All right. So this is how it goes. Further, after the nomenclature, we are going to go into a topic called preparations of primary alcohols. Right. All the preparations are given here. Yes, I can prepare it from alkyl halide using substitution, from alkene using Markovnikov addition, right? I can use a further diboration, hydroboration reaction. I can use sodium borohydrate by adding hydrogen around this. Yes, I can convert aldehydes to alcohols using reducing agents, acids to alcohols using reducing agents, ethyl acetate using reducing agent, and formaldehyde using Grignard's reagent. Correct? So here further, I can also see the reactions of alcohols with different reagents. Yes, different reagents. So where alcohols are getting converted using metal with alkoxide, acetic acid to esters, ZnCl2 with in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2 to ethyl chloride. Like that, all the reactions I have listed out here. Yes, students. Here further secondary alcohols. Now, when secondary alcohols, when I take primary alcohols, you have studied all the reactions. Now, secondary alcohols. Secondary alcohols are further divided, or they undergo further reactions with, or you're adding hydration. So it is an unsymmetrical alkene, correct? So that's why you will be getting a secondary alcohol. How? According to Markovnikov addition, the OH goes and adds the carbon having lesser number of hydrogens. That's what. So I'm also going to show the reduction process. I'm going to show the, I've shown you the reaction with Grignard's reagent also. Right, right. So important thing. Further, when I take the tertiary alcohols. So here again, we are taking Grignard's reagent. Preparation of tertiary alcohols is always obtained from ketones. Once again, students, see here, primary alcohols are going, or primary alcohols, if I have to prepare primary alcohols, I can get it from acetaldehyde. If I want to get secondary alcohols, I can get it from ketones. Yes. If I want to get tertiary alcohols, I will use again ketones. Got it, students? All right. All right. So this is one. And next comes your preparations of phenols. I have given the preparations of phenols by using Dow's process, Rashing's process, okay, using sodium hydroxide, benzene sulfonic acid, then commercial method, that's nothing but using cumene. Yes, I can prepare phenol. Then diazotization reaction using NaNO2 and HCl, right? All right. Next comes your chemical properties. So chemical properties further are or can be uh, listed out like this. Phenol can react with sodium metal. It can react with sodium hydroxide. It can react with bromine in the presence of carbon disulfide. Further, with bromine water, dilute HNO3, concentrated HNO3. Yes, these are the products. Further, students, chemical properties of phenols. Yes, phenols undergo different types of chemical properties getting or electrophile attacking here. Yes, electrophilic reactions where SO3H is an electrophile attacking at ortho position. Again, here also giving me para product. When I see alkylation giving me ortho and para product. When I see Friedel-Crafts acylation giving me ortho and para product. Yes, so these are the different reactions of phenols. Now, next, chemical properties of phenols. Phenols undergo different chemical properties like conversion of phenol into salicylic acid, nothing but Kolb's reaction. Conversion of phenol into salicylaldehyde, nothing but Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Conversion of phenol into benzene using zinc, yes, reduction. Conversion of phenol into benzoquinones using sodium chromate, which is nothing but an oxidizing agent. Got it, students? All right. So further, let us see ethers. Ethers are listed out on both the sides. Preparations are listed out with this is symmetrical ether. Preparations on one side and chemical properties on the other side. So basically, I can use sulfuric acid to dehydrate it and remove water and prepare as ether. In the same way, ethoxide, yes, you're converting alkoxide plus alkyl halide, you can also prepare ethers, right? Right. So basically, these are the chemical properties of ethers. Further, mixed ethers are those. So where the combination of your phenols and methanol, where you get aromatic ethers. Yes. So these are the concepts. So further preparations of mixed ethers also I have given here. Preparing or anisole rather, mixed ether is nothing but anisole. So in the anisole, where further they react with HI excess, dilute sulfuric acid, bromine and acetic acid to give me different compounds. So properties of mixed ethers are also here. All right. Further properties of mixed ethers, they undergo different electrophilic reactions forming ortho and para products. Ortho and para products, ortho and para products, different. So this is the summary of the whole reactions. Now let us see the questions. So when I see the MCQ questions, this is where it features. This is where it reaches. Different questions on your IUPAC nomenclature. Different questions on the IUPAC nomenclature. Yes. Different questions on the IUPAC nomenclature. Like this, no IUPAC nomenclature, they're going to give you a lot of questions. Yes. Lot of questions. One question related. They may give you a match the following sort of thing with the functional group. Yes. Then comes, these are the questions on aryl ethers. These are the questions on your general formula. What is the general formula of your alcohols? Then further formula for functional group. Yes. So they're going to give you a functional group and tell you which is whether it is primary, secondary. We very well know if it is primary, there are 2 hydrogens and 1 alkyl group. So isobutyl alcohol is 1, is fine. And for the secondary alcohol, there is a question asked like this with the formula. So this is your secondary alcohol because it has 1 hydrogen atom and 2 alkyl groups. Further nomenclature and isomerism is given. Yes. Further questions like which of the following is false? Same nomenclature only. They're going to ask you the questions like this. A secondary alcohol has how many hydrogens? The primary has how many, like that. Glycerol examples you need to learn because glycerol has how many OH groups? Glycol has how many OH groups, that you should remember. So this was given. Just see here, glycerin. They've asked you glycerin has how many primary, secondary, and tertiary. So example also is given here. Further, here important thing, match the following. Match. They're going to give you the structures. You need to match and give them. Next comes further questions on your vinyl alcohol. Further questions on your nomenclature rather. Yes, structure also is given here. You can go through. More questions on IUPAC nomenclature. Yes, same. Further, if I see IUPAC nomenclature, they're going to give you the structure and name, both the ways. See here, they're going to give you the name and you will write the structure. Check. Here you will be writing, they'll be giving you the structure and names you have to identify. So IUPAC nomenclature. Further, yes, this is the example given to us. We need to check what is the, give the IUPAC name of the compound given. All right. Further, when I take, so this is the IUPAC name of the thing you need to identify. So like that, IUPAC nomenclature, there are a lot of questions, students. So you can go through it and please ask me doubt. Fine. So ethyl carbinol. Okay, what is carbinol? They will ask you. What are isomers? They're going to ask you, which is incorrect statement, because here in isomerism again they're going to ask you which is right. Then comes what are the possible number of structural isomers with the formula. All right, and gradually the isomerism part, from there we will go to your hybridization. Yes, and from there we are going to go into a concept. From there we are going to go into a concept which is nothing but going to a concept which is nothing but isomerism only. But from there they will give you what is meant by aqueous KOH action on that, alcoholic KOH action on that. All right, so next important thing, alkaline hydrolysis. Slowly they are taking you into your chemical properties. Yes, what happens when they give you, right? Okay, they're giving you alkyl halide. What happens when you're doing hydrolysis with silver oxide or sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide? So preferably when they give you, it's silver oxide. Like that, different questions on the chemical properties. Reactions are also listed. So this is a question given in IIT screening. It's very easy question, students, rather, because if you know the concept, you can easily answer this. Next comes acid catalyzed hydration, very important. Then comes your product. Yes, so they have given you a reagent. Check for the reagent. What is that? Concentrated sulfuric acid. So gradually we will go into a concept where they will give you, find out A, and the product is given to you. So that's nothing but, we very well know, alkenes in the presence of hydration or acid catalyzed hydration gives me alcohols. That's Markovnikov's rule. And further the reactions are given. The only alcohol which can be obtained by hydration of alkenes, ethyl alcohol, the primary alcohol, correct? So further, this is the ease of hydration of alcohols. This is where is the order. For the reactions of alkenes with diborane, where Alkenes are getting converted to primary alcohols. This is what is the thing. So diborane reaction is given in this way. Check this reaction. This is also one more diborane reaction. One more diborane reaction where unsymmetrical alkenes are getting converted to primary alcohols. All right, and then comes your diborane reaction further, where unsymmetrical alkenes are getting converted to primary alcohols. Yes, so this is the thing. This is the thing. Further, students, same diborane reaction are given like this, where unsymmetrical alkenes are converted to secondary alcohols. Same diborane after that, they may ask you in the form of a paragraph also. In the preparation of monohydric alcohols by hydroboration oxidation method, diborane acts as what? So we very well know as an electrophile because it is an electron deficient species. It acts as an electrophile. Got it? Sure. Next one, which of the following is used as a hydroborating agent? Nothing but your diborane, correct? So questions of diborane are given like that. Slowly after that, we are going to go into a concept called reaction of aldehydes with Na, sodium and amalgam. So it is a metal. It acts as a reducing agent, right? So that reaction also is given. Further, conversion of aldehyde to alcohol. Okay. So nickel as a catalyst where you're converting aldehydes and reduction gives me primary alcohols, right? And next further reactions where acid is converted to primary alcohols, aldehyde is converted to primary alcohols, esters are converted to primary alcohols, ketones are also converted to ketones are converted into secondary alcohols. Yes, so these are the reactions given to you. Further, students, I have given you a reaction based on sodium borohydride. Sodium borohydride is nothing but a good reducing agent. So lithium aluminum hydride, sodium borohydride. So the product formed is your conversion of aldehydes to alcohols, right? It's primary alcohols. Further questions are given on the aromatic compound, benzaldehyde reduction. Further reactions, alcohol preparations reactions. All the reactions are given in this form of MCQ. And these are the reactions with the Grignard's reagent. So primary, what happens when it reacts with Grignard's? Secondary, what happens? Tertiary, what happens? Further, when we see oxymercuration reaction is not there for you all, but alkenes and hydroboration gives which one? Yes. So always remember hydroboration oxidation gives me primary alcohols. All right. Next comes your reaction with Grignard's reagent. Reaction with Grignard's reagent. So where aldehydes are getting converted to primary alcohols, right? Next important, slowly from there with the Grignard's, different combinations of reactions are there. Grignard's. Just check one more combination with Grignard's. So they're going to ask which of the following reactions produce secondary alcohols. Easy. We very well know aldehydes produce primary alcohols. Ketones produce secondary alcohols. Correct. Right. Slowly, gradually, we have secondary alcohols reactions. Okay. Then reactions with Grignard's reagent further preparing the compounds. All right. So Grignard's reagent reaction is given here. You can go through the reaction where if it is aldehyde, how is the reaction or how is it at? Even if you have an example also, what are the products formed? So next important thing, we have Grignard's reagent with ketones. Next comes more further reactions of your Grignard's reagent, where the Grignard's reagent attack. Further, you will be undoing hydrolysis and you'll be getting the alcohols, right? Then comes the final product. And furthermore, You're converting using Grignard's reagent. Primary aldehydes will get converted to primary alcohols. Ketones will get converted to secondary alcohols. So here further we are taking more examples. Check here. So this is one more example of Grignard's. One more example of Grignard's. Like that, it will make you all perfect with the concept. One more example with Grignard's. Concept is the same, students. Now we are going to go to the next concept, that is zinc. Zinc oxide plus chromium trioxide. Okay. So being a reducing agent, what does it do? Slowly one more reaction. Then we are going to go with the chlorination reactions. Chlorination reactions, irrespective of the size of the chain, or if it is cheminophore. Here they have given you UV light, means it will undergo free radical substitution reaction. Now you're going to do further hydrolysis and you'll get benzyl alcohol. Then comes boiling point questions. What are the different parameters on which boiling point depends? This is your boiling point question, one more. What happens when you have isomeric hydrocarbons? Yes, that. And then comes your boiling point question with examples. Different examples are given and different paragraphs are also given. The paragraph also is given to explain you based on number of carbon atoms, based on branching. Then boiling point order, increasing boiling point order. The reason also is given below. Further, which has lowest boiling point based on your branching, what it is. This is solubility question. Solubility question. This is again solubility question. So different ways of asking you the questions. And further, they're going to ask you the question based on van der Waals forces, boiling point, how it affects. So this is your formation of dimers and formation of hydrogen bonding and why it is less. Why? Well, because of the hydrogen bonding. See, if hydrogen bonding is there, dimer formation happens, right? So structure of dimer means it is joining two molecules. So they're asking you, what is the structure of dimer? So basically this one, where oxygen and hydrogen atom are bonded. Further questions on the reactivity of alcohols. Okay, electropositive nature. All right, this is fine. Next comes acidic property of alcohols. On what basis? Which of the following alcohols has minimum reactivity with metals? Okay, so sodium metal order, reactivity of alcohols towards sodium metal, which is highly reactive. Like that, questions on acidity. This is also a question on esterification reaction, where acid plus alcohol combines to form ester. This is a question on methyl alcohol, where you're forming esters. So basically esterification reactions. Okay, this is again and esterification. This is basically esterification process asked in a different way. All right, so basically esterification process is asked in a different way. So careful. So one more esterification reaction question with the order is asked. Esterification question with the order is asked. So this is what is the question. See, same concept, how they are going to ask you in different question matters. Why we are doing this? So that you will become perfect with the question concept. All right. Now, Lucas reagent. All right. Where we use, it is a test used to differentiate primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. What is the reagent? What are the products formed? All right. What is Lucas test for this? All right. For alcohols, where we're using what to convert. Further, alcohols are converted into what? Like basically, how do they react with the Lucas reagent? Tertiary reacts first. So what is the test for that? For the students, which of the following compound reacts immediately with Lucas reagent? We know tertiary. What is the reason? Because of its stability. Like that, what is how do they react with HCl or HX? Their orders, products, chemical reactivity of alcohols with PCl3, PCl5, SOCl2, different products are given here. All right. Next comes your product with thionyl chloride. Okay. Thionyl chloride we very well thionyl chloride we very well know. Thionyl chloride we very well know. There are two gaseous products. One is sulfur dioxide and one is HCl. So remember with thionyl chloride, your OH is replaced by the Cl. That's all. Then the most suitable reagent for conversion of alcohols to aldehydes. So this was asked in JEE Main, which is very easy. So reason also is given below, students. You can go note it. Then in which of the following reactions of alcohol there's no cleavage of CO bond? Okay, so there are a list of reactions here. You can check where there is a bond, where there is no bond formation, what product I get. Okay. Which of the following reagents cannot be oxidized to primary alcohols? Okay. Yes, KMnO4. So they're giving you a comparison between different reagents. Again, oxidation faster alcohol, which oxidation it undergoes? Which alcohol undergoes oxidation faster? All right. Then comes further my primary alcohols on oxidation gives what? Secondary alcohols on oxidation gives what? So oxidation of the different things are given here. So primary alcohols on oxidation gives aldehydes, aldehydes on oxidation gives acid. Further reactions? Yes. All the reactions of oxidation are given here. Which is difficult to oxidize, which is easy to oxidize like that. 2-methyl propanol, they'll give you an example and you need to see which one will undergo oxidation. Okay, right. Then breath teaser catalyzes. So this is basically a catalyst. They're asking you which one it catalyzes. It is not in NCRT. Further practical based question is given to you. Further secondary alcohols and using PCC, I can this is PCC is specific for alcohols or specific for a compound where you have the CHO and there is a double bond, correct? So important thing here is specific where you are going to use the reagents, where you are going to use these reagents. So where you will use PCC, where you will use your Jones reagent, where you will use, that is where it differs. Yes. Next. Further oxidizing agents. Now, where is the usage of your oxidizing agent like potassium permanganate? Specifically, they will give you a compound, you need to check it. This is one more example, means same concept, I'm using it in different examples. That is what matters. Same concept, use it in different examples. Is it easy? All right, students. Yes, yes, yes. Now further, let us see dehydrating agent, sulfuric acid. That is what matters. Okay. Further, they have given you sulfuric acid at different temperatures. At 413 Kelvin, ether. At 443 Kelvin, you get alkene. With aluminium trioxide also, you get alkene. That is what is the thing. Then further, students, we have dehydration process, different varieties of questions. Different examples given. Further, dehydration of alcohol, some more examples. Ease of dehydration of alcohols. What is the ease? And what is the stability of acid catalyzed when it undergoes acid catalyzed dehydration? What is the stability? Which of the following undergoes easily? One more example. So dehydration concept, if you understand, it is easy for you all to solve the questions. See? All right. So this is how it goes with different things. Dehydration. All right. Then this is one more question which was given in NEET UG 2018. The question is very easy. So they'll give you a paragraph and you need to take the options. Okay. So first read the question carefully, see what are the reagents and what you're getting. Further question for Victor Mayer's reaction. Further question, again, a paragraph based question. All right. So this is your reagent methanol and where it is used. Applications. Wood spirit, what is it? So further, where is your ethanol used? So applications are important, students. Applications. Okay, the aromatic hydroxy compound in one or more hydroxy groups. Okay, what is it? So structures are very important to find. So like this, questions are given, one question about your structures are given, and I'm taking you gradually into the IUPAC nomenclature. I'm taking you into the different IUPAC nomenclatures. Identify XYZ, okay. Identify trihydric phenols, okay. One more IUPAC, one more question on IUPAC. So next comes your phenol concept, where we'll be talking about the double bond, where we'll talking about the acidity function, acidity. Then comes assertion reasoning questions. All right. So phenol assertion reasoning question is given. Reason also, how to answer also is given here. So phenols possess dipole moment. What is the reason? Questions on dipole, questions on name reactions, questions on rashing process, one more, where you're preparing phenol. Again, this is the preparation of your phenols. Catalyst used. Preparation of the structure of cumene. So how phenol is obtained from cumene, how it is obtained. So basically, important thing here is preparations can be asked in any ways. So you can go to it. All right. And next comes the product of phenol, how it is prepared from isopropyl benzene. These are the reactions with different reagents. That's aluminum chloride, Lewis acid. Further, you are oxidizing it. Further, in the presence of water, what are you preparing? So it's a conversion of simple, your unsymmetrical alkene and benzene to your phenol. One more question on conversion of BDC to phenol. This is pure phenol is prepared from. So basically, what is the not prepared from? What is the physical state of pure phenol? So intramolecular hydrogen bond. So this is which is more steam volatile sort of question. So first they will ask you the concept and gradually they will take you into the reactions. Go through all the questions. Any doubt anywhere, please ask me. Please ask me. You can ask me, ma'am, I have this question doubt. Where is it? Ma'am, can you answer this question? Alcohols, phenols, I didn't understand. So mention the question number. I'm going to help you out. So any question, anywhere, doubt, you can ask me. Yes, students. So careful. I'm posting all the questions, all the 6 chapters for your term 1. So wherever you got stuck, Vani ma'am is there for you all. Nothing to worry. Yes, but only thing, my request, study of all the questions, Study all the questions. Don't leave a single question. You will get full marks in your books. Okay. Study all the questions, students. Every question in this particular thing is important. So study all the questions, carefully note all the questions, and attempt your paper well. One request, hard work counts. Yes, hard work pays. You have to do your hard work, then only your result will be good. Yes, if you're not doing hard work, don't wait for something else, like some miracle is going to happen. No miracle will happen, students. You have to do your hard work. Yes. So since morning, almost 4 5 hours, I'm talking continuously. For whom am I talking? For you all only. Ultimately, I want this content to reach you all. Yes, it is for you only, no, students, nothing. See, my students will get good marks and come and tell me, ma'am, I have got done the paper well because of you. That's the happy news. Yes, that's the reason I am since morning continuously I'm talking, so that you can learn something, you can get marks, and in the future your marks would be there on your booklet, and you will say, ma'am, I got these marks, yes, because I have done my hard work. That's it. That is what I wanted, students. Hard work pays. Hard work counts. So this is the base for your NEET exam, CBSE exam, NEET exam, and JEE exam also. So read every question. Any doubt, what should you do? You should ask me. Little bit. Let me drink some water. CK said they're giving NEET is given. Don't worry, the concept is the same. It's the same concept. Got it? All right, all right. So this is where is your different reactions of your phenol. All right. So almost all the concepts are covered, starting from the name reactions, starting from everything, everything. All right, nothing to worry. So careful. This is easy. Important thing is learn, take the question, note the answer. Take the question, note the answer. All right, students? Yes. So if you feel anything is difficult, pause the question and learn it. Pause the question and learn it. So almost all the questions of IUPAC, all the questions on phenols, all the questions on alcohols, right? Lot and lot is given to you. Yeah. Ethers are also given, students, at the end. So ether hybridization is given to you. Check different questions like this. All right. Yes. Bond angles of this. Right. Yes. The questions of ethers are here. Can go through. Since almost 5 hours, I'm continuously talking only for you all, students. Only for you all. Nothing else. Vani ma'am doesn't expect anything from you all. She expects only one thing, result. Yes, I want only result from your end. Please go through the questions. Go through the questions. Yes, practice these questions. Try to finish off the chapters before 12, and revise, re-revise, re-revise, and revise. Yes. So everywhere, starting from alcohols, starting from phenols, the different varieties of questions. Yes, please don't go with fake information or fake news in everything. Yes, depends on your hard work, nothing else, students. Yes, if you're doing your hard work, if you're doing your hard work, you will succeed one day, right? I started this channel only with an intention 4 years back, to reach you all. Yes, nothing else. Vani ma'am never asked you anything, but she expects one thing from you all. What is that? What is that? What is that? You are success. Yes, I want that success to come. I want that success to reach. This is the chapter. Same follows with biomolecules also, students. All the questions I have taken, answers are given here. Everything is there in this. All right. So nothing is left out. Only thing is you should. Time is less. You have to study all these questions and remember the questions. Yes. So don't waste time. 3.5 days is huge time for you all. Yes. 3.5 days is very huge time. Earlier, the students used to get only one day. Then imagine now it is term one, term two. Perfectly, you can learn everything. Yes. So carefully learn every question and don't miss any question. Got it, students? Don't miss any question. Learn everything. Yeah. All right. All right. So we are almost coming to an end of your alcohols chapter. Then comes your biomolecules chapter. Yes. So question is given, answer is given, option is given. You need to learn this. Yes. In the same way, I'll be showing you for your biomolecules also. You can directly note it, learn it. Again, my request, you are not going to leave a single question. I didn't leave a single question. You also will not leave a single question. Is it okay? So, only thing, your parents do not expect anything. They are just asking you to study. Correct? So, study for them and make them feel proud. Right, students? All right, all right. So, almost we are completing your alcohols. Then we are going to start off your biomolecules chapter. Careful. So, go with the questions, check all the questions. And what should you ask? You should ask me doubts. Anywhere, any question, doubt, please ask me. Yeah, that's all. That's all. That's all. Yes. So Ether's questions are also a little bit complicated, but you can get through. You can learn. So I have taken this struggle only for you all students. I want all the students to get full marks. What? Full marks. You come back and tell me, ma'am, I have done my exam wonderfully. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to cut the cake and I'm going to go to temple also and tell God, God, my student, I try to mold them. They are standing and they are happy. Yes, please, 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 God, thank you for them. Thank you for making their future. Oh, thank you for giving me this opportunity to tune their future. Yes, I'm going to pray God for you all. Yes, students. That's why please, please, please don't waste time. Okay. So WC Ovani ma'am will is always with you all. I'm going to start off with the NEET series also very soon. So stay tuned. Inform all your family, friends, everybody that Vani ma'am is going to start with NEET series and we are going to join the army. Yes, you're going to be with me. Clear? Now, that's fine. So next we are going to start off with your biomolecules. Now let's see. So biomolecules chapter, again, you're going to study the classification of carbohydrates like this, compulsory. Examples are also given. This table is very important, students. Okay. So study the table and important thing, further classification based on solubility also. Okay, fine. For the classification of aldoses, how are they classified? Trioses or ketosis, then hydrolysis products of oligosaccharides, further structure of uh, D-glucose, L-glucose, D-fructose, L-fructose. These are the different chemical reactions of glucose, different chemical reaction, primary alcohol, secondary, yes, different reactions due to primary alcohol, reactions due to OH groups, yes. And then classification of amino acids, classification of proteins, then then differences between DNA and RNA. Got it? All right. These are the different topics of biomolecules. Now, the summary of the reactions, a summary of your chemical properties of glucose. All right. How I'm preparing glucose? What is the chemical property of this? Right. Important MCQs of biomolecules. Everywhere I'm given the question, I've given the answer. So please go through that. For example, which of the following is a carbohydrate or not a monosaccharide? Sucrose, because it is made up of two units. Like that, I have given a question, I have explained it. Yeah. I have given a question, I have explained it. Everywhere, question and answer. So we can go through each and every concept, because biomolecules is very scoring, students. We'll get full marks in biomolecules. Yes, we'll get full marks in biomolecules comfortably, no problem. Go through the reactions, all the topics with colored images to make you all understand. Everything is given here. So please make it. Yes, I request you again, if you want to read NCRT, go ahead, important, but finally train yourself with this MCQs. Yes, students. It's almost, I think, 5 hours. I'm just continuously talking for you all. Only thing, it's for you only. So every question is given, everything is given here. So read the question, note the answer. Anywhere you feel, no, ma'am, this is difficult for me, I'm not able to do it. So please ask me loud. Yes, I'm there waiting for your doubts. Yes, nothing to worry. Please ask. I've given a question on reducing sugars, given a question on non-reducing sugars, grape sugars, everything. All right. Schiff's reagent. Right. This is the reduction, how you convert glucose to an hexane. Right. Then questions on amino acids, proteins, different amino acids, essential and non-essential. Yes, different types, essential, non-essential, conditionally essential. So the acidic amino acid, basic amino acids, different examples, right? Protein, what is a function? What is meant by peptide bond? What are the simple proteins which we have? Amino acids, right? So different examples of amino acids. What is cheese? What is cheese? Basically conjugated protein, or what type of protein it is. What is which of the following is not amino acid? All right. Like that, gradually, we are going to learn about every line of NCRT. What it's students, little bit, my throat is little bit paining. Sorry, I'm little bit low because okay, amino acids, condensation, pH value, fine. About with the isoelectric point, fibrous protein examples with colored pictures, globular protein is there. What is the nature of protein? All right. Further, I have about the DNA and RNA, furan bases, pyrimidine bases. Further about the structures of AMP, adenosine monophosphate. What is the difference between DNA and RNA? Okay, what are the following base pairs in DNA? Yes, what are the base pairs in DNA? Like that, every question is taken care of with colored images. Yeah, go through the questions, and and again I'm mentioning, students, every question is taken care of. Everything is taken care of. So very carefully I designed, very carefully question is picked, very carefully the question is explained. Yeah. I request all of you to share the videos to your friends. More and more you share. Please like the video, because 5 hours of continuous teaching for you all. Yes, it is not a joke, students. Continuous 5 hours of teaching. It's a challenge for me also. I wanted you all to get 35 out of 35. That is what I want. Yes. So please go through the video, learn everything, and share it with your friends and tell them Vani ma'am is always there for us. She will never put us down. Yes, she will never put us down. Every question we have learned is for designing our future. Yes, please go to these. Send this video to your friends, maximum friends you share. More and more you share, more happiness I get. Yeah, please like the video, share the video to your friends, and let me know how did you write your exam, and let me know how did you write your exam, how was your exam. Yes, so please share your opinion after coming back from the exam. I want all of you to come back with a smiling face, but this will happen only if you study, the student. If you don't study, nothing, no miracle will happen. That's it. That's it. Congratulations. Thank you so much, students, for watching the whole video. Please share the video to all your friends. Thank you. All the best for your chemistry exam. Study all the questions. Thank you. Thank you. Please share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, students.